estadio. Mi nombre es Elías Hernández, estoy en el grado 8. Su comunidad y seguridad es importante a nosotros aquí en el Viking Nation.
Welcome to our stadium. My name is Rodney Harris and I am a senior at Princeton High School. Please remember backpacks are not allowed in the stadium. Thank you.
Mi nombre es Dariel Dawson y estoy en el grado 8 de la escuela técnica de Dios. El estadio cumple con los requisitos de la ADA y tiene la seguridad actualizada.
Hi, my name is Riley Meyer and I'm a senior here at Princeton High School. Please be considerate and pick up your trash before you leave. Enjoy your time here at Viking Stadium. Thank you.
Make sure that you have a great time, a safe time, and of course, as always, go nice.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face. Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows?
Your actions in the stands impact participating students, including your child. Be respectful. Be supportive. Do your part in creating a positive and educational environment for everyone. To learn more, watch the Parent Seat video at the NFHS Learning Center.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports. Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio.
When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer: men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question: so where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer: high
high school sports. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here.
tonight's regional matchup. It's going to be created with 2 11-1 teams. One will move on towards the state championship.
Halfway there, baby. Let's go. Go ahead and get her done. What time do the state championship games be?
It'll be Friday and Saturday, but depending on what division they put first, one will be like an 11 and 2. Right.
If you'd like to purchase a program, you can get a program at the front entrance of the facility. Don't forget to get your program.
Here they come, boys.
And now introducing the visiting team, the 11-1 Clinton-Massie Falcons. Here comes the visiting team, the 11-1. Visitors, Clinton-Massie Falcons. And now for 11-1, home team, McNicholas High School Rockets.
This side, Matt? Yeah. Since we're normally. Test 1, 2.
Check one, check one, check one.
Check one. Just a little bit more on mine, too, please.
Check one, check one, check one. Check one, test 1.
1, 2. I'm good. I'm good.
Line judge.
Yeah, we're good. Good.
Good.
Impact judge. Randy Ehrman. And center judge.
Check.
Jeff Krusich
Yep, I'm good.
will be officiating tonight's contest.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Matt Baker along with our favorite color commentator. Say hi to the people there, EJ.
Hey, everybody. It's a good night for some playoff football down here in Princeton.
We are excited to be at Jake Sweeney Field at Princeton High School. You're going to see the 11-1 Clinton-Massie Falcons versus the 11-1 McNicholas Rockets, which we'll, I think, refer at this point to McNick.
Yeah, McNick, easy to say, but a good team. And if you're in this round, as we alluded to a few minutes ago, you're a good football team.
Yeah, we're getting ready to kick off, and we appreciate those that have been able to join us here on the audio stream. We want to respect the rights of those that have exclusivity to the video. So this video will be uploaded in its entirety after the game has been completed. So you can hear us live. We'll describe the action as best we can, and we're going to get ready to kick off here in just a moment. The McNick Rockets won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they're going to set up on the left hash. The kicker, number 47, for the McNick Rockets is going to be Zermilli. Zermilli is going to tee the ball up at the 40-yard line with the Clinton-Massie Falcons to return. Looks like in the backfield they would have Carson Van Hoos, and on the far side, I believe that's Carter Frank.
Yeah, Frank the Tank. Van Hoos, you got some speed back there, and it's a beautiful night for football. I've been down here at some very cold, windy games, and right up here, the wind's down a little bit, not too strong wind, so it's a good night for football.
Yeah, we appreciate those that are able to join us here again at Campus Nation YouTube channel. Direct your friends to go to campusnation.com or Campus Nation YouTube. Blake Ireland with the return. He's able to find a little bit of space and get up to the 7-yard line, so that's going to be about a 7-yard return. They looked like they tried to keep it on the ground there, keep it out of the hands of Van Hoos.
Yeah, not a bad idea. You know, it's kind of a hybrid kick, these squib kicks, and sometimes they just keep them low, see if they can get a good bounce sometimes. But good ball security. Now we got the ball that looks like about the 34-yard line, and here we go.
So bringing out the Massey offense is Cody Zantini, who had a great game last week.
Absolutely.
6 attempts for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns, to be followed by Colton Trampler with 16 attempts, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Carson Van Hoos, 15 attempts, 157 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the ball is going to go immediately to Carson Van Hoos. He wide open. He goes to the 50-yard line. He's brought down by McNicholas, number 46. I believe that's Molnar, Hunter Molnar.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of him tonight. He got one hand on him just enough. And if he hadn't, folks, Van Hoos would have been gone to the house.
Might have been quick there on the score there. So it looks like McNick will reset their defense at the 50-yard line.
Good 16-yard gain there by Van Hoos to start the game.
Clinton-Massie snaps and gets to the line of scrimmage. It looks like they're going to be in a double slot set. Single receiver is Keegan Lamb to the right. Colton Trampler behind Cody Zantini in the backfield. He gets the ball. He bowls ahead for about 3 yards, almost 4 with the push. He's going to be brought down at the 54-yard line.
Yeah, good start for the Falcons. Everybody's healthy. Nobody's too banged up at all this deep in the season, and that's kind of rare. We've always had somebody banged up. So to see a healthy Massey team, the offense is looking quick, fast tonight, and now they've already put it on the McNick side of the field.
So McNicholas comes in here again, 11-1, having a very successful season in the GCL co-ed, only losing to Baden, who is no question a state caliber, probably state championship team. Ball goes to Carter Frank. He's stopped immediately and brought down, but he is able to find more space. Second effort gets him down to about a half yard, almost to the first down marker. In fact, they're going to wave it through.
First down, nice run. Now you see all 3 running backs getting some yardage in this game and just keeping everybody fresh. Here we go, baby.
Just as a reminder, the YouTube video will show after the game is completed in its entirety. So we do have the camera going, and you'll be able to see all these plays that we're speaking of.
So basically watch us again.
Yes, watch us again.
Listen to us now.
Listen to
watch
us again.
Right.
Double slot look. Colton Trampler again behind Cody Zantini. The snap to Trampler. He pulls it this time. Cody Zantini
nice
finds
fake.
a nice hole for about a 6-yard gain. He's going to go down at the 30. Looks like the 34-yard line. And again, we're going to go left to right. The Clinton-Massie Falcons receive from the left, moving to the right into the south end of the end zone.
You notice Cody's always falling forward, kind of leaning forward with that big, tall frame, going to get another yard or two. So now it looks like it only leaves us 4 yards to go for the first down.
And his size benefits him as well. He's a taller player, especially at quarterback. So this time more of a split back set. Carson Van Hoos, Carter Frank. Ball goes to Carson Van Hoos. He stops, but he's immediately brought down by number 21 by the Isaiah Helfenstein.
Nice
Helfenstein stopped Carson Van Hoos before he got momentum moving forward.
Yeah, very nice stop there. Good play to tackle him in the open field, one-on-one. You usually takes 2 or 3 to bring down Van Hoos. Going to leave a 3rd and 3 here in this first quarter.
Nice job by the McNick Rockets there to hold for this 3rd down try. Again, 3rd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Double slide is your look. In motion goes Carter Frank. The ball's pitched to Carter Frank. He has a nice opening, and he's going to find a first down run there on the left-hand side down to his 23-yard line, so almost a 10-yard gain.
Nice run by Carter Frank, getting him mixed in early this game. Didn't see a lot of touches last week, but tonight getting him the ball and a nice 10-yard pickup. Nice cut there to get upfield and miss that tackle by Frank.
And if you remember, there was a couple series where they featured Frank last week, I think basically to kind of get you going to sleep on Carson Van Hoos in Wyoming. Unfortunately gave up a couple touchdowns to Van Hoos because of that. So double slot look again. Carson Van Hoos goes in motion. The ball goes to Colton Trampler.
Nice.
He stopped it immediately, pushes through that first tackle down to a second tackle, and he's able to get a good 3-4 yards on that. Again, McNick is reacting quickly. Number 1 is in that on that, and again, Isaiah Helfenstein looks like he's going to be called quite a few times here on defense.
Yeah.
Captains Jack Suttles as well, number 45. You'll hear him, and looks like Bobby Diana, number 74, also a captain, along with the quarterback. We'll talk about him a lot. Number 8, Pierce Taylor.
Massey with about a 2nd and 7 here. But down on the 20-yard line of McNick. Good opening drive.
Quick stand by the they move.
Yeah,
and
nice stop.
Nice stop there. That's only going to be about a 3-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 again for the Clinton-Massie Falcons, again setting up at the 17-yard line. So a great season, as we mentioned, 11-1, 3-1 in the league. Only lost to Baden. Was able to take down Alter and the rest of the league this year. Did have a couple games canceled due to COVID, but had 397 points for, 193 against, and we compare that to Clinton-Massie at 564 and 184 against. So the offensive line sets up in a wishbone. It goes to Carson Van Hoos. He stopped this time, and he's going to be brought down before they get a first down. So that's going to be a 4th and 2.
Yeah, I think you go for it down here. I mean, you're down on the 15-yard line of McNick, so you're probably going to go for this and maybe see if we can get some speed around the end here maybe. Or knowing Massey, we could go up the middle.
So it looks like McSorley's willing to roll the dice here. A receiver will bring that out. That's Blake Ireland with the play. Cody Zantini tells the play to his offensive line. The snap, a double slot look is what you're going to see with Colton Trampler in the backfield. So you know that McNick is going to key it. The McNick faithful are screaming for their help. Looks like Colton Trampler is able to push there with the offensive line. It is going to be a first down by about 2 yards to extend this drive to the 12-yard line.
And I've said this before, Massey wants it. You just see this desire. And then on this drive, right, he 4-yard pickup for the first down there as Trampler runs behind that motivated offensive line.
Yeah, Hunter Molnar again on the tackle there. And Coach said, you know, what a player Hunter Molnar. I was able to talk to Coach Mike Orlando. Very nice gentleman, extremely congenial, and what a great leader for this program. Been doing it for 10 years now. Ball goes to Carter Frank. He finds an open off the left-hand side. He pushes and pushes and pushes, but he gets down to the 2-yard line and get brought down eventually by the swarm of defenders there for McNick.
Nice, down to the 2-yard line. And just a yard away from a first down, but now he's got it on the 2, so we could go ahead and punch this in. Carter Frank getting some touches early and often. I like this for him. And looks like we're getting pretty close to that end zone, Matt.
Helfenstein again on the tackle by McNick. So we've calling his name a lot already. So wishbone backfield this time. It's a double tight look. The snap. The movement is to Carter Frank. He's open and into the end zone for the score.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank pushes through the defense and gets a score into the south end zone, giving a 6-0 lead so far with a point after attempt to come from the foot of Ian McGinnis. So tell us about the classic opening drive for Clinton-Massie.
Yeah, I mean, just take it. And Carter Frank made one cut, walked in the end zone, and we want to dedicate that one to Nana and Gramps and Grammy and all the grandparents.
They're all going to text in here in a minute. Absolutely. So we appreciate them checking in. And those of you that want to check in, we're going to give that number out in just a moment here. Again, we appreciate a bounce and a snap, and that's actually going to be a point after attempt missed. So what happened was the ball skidded along the turf. Cody Zantini was able to grab it and get it quickly on the tee, but it knocked the timing off that caused it to go off into the under part of the field goal. So 6-0 is going to be your score. We'll see if that kind of comes back to haunt them.
Yeah, you hate to hear that, but hey, good opening drive. Don't want to take anything away from that. And I know they kind of got out of rhythm when that kind of bobbled that snap, and so kind of threw off McGinnis there on his steps. But hey, here we are, looking good, looking real good on this opening drive. Now they're getting ready to kick off and see what the Rockets can do on this opening drive down here at Princeton. Yeah,
so going into the setup, it looks like they're going to have 5 up front, 3, and then 1 and 2. So McNicholas set up at the 50-yard line, makes a few adjustments. The coverage team, which is an area that I know Clinton-Massie has mentioned they wanted to continue to improve on.
Sure
it looks like they've changed a little bit of personnel when it comes to the kickoff team, maybe getting some additional speed on there.
There's Van Hoos down there.
Yeah, Van Hoos, and also Blake Ireland looks like he's up at the top there. So
these games.
McGinnis is going to kick from the from the right-hand hash as we go left to right for the kick. It's going to be a low line drive that looks like it's going to hit and go out of bounds. So that's going to be free yardage. Those hidden yardage, we mentioned it many times about keeping those hidden yards out of the offensive set there. So McNick's going to start at the 35-yard line, and we'll see what the Clinton-Massie defense can do with this very balanced and exciting attack for McNick.
Yeah, and I think you've seen that last week in Wyoming, a balanced attack, running and passing the ball. You're going to see that against McNick tonight, so I think they're well prepared for this. But McNick's rolling and been playing some great football. So it's going to be interesting to see as this line comes out. Look, big number 78 anchoring that line out there, big boy, and just going to be exciting to see what they can do tonight and down here in this field.
Yeah, they got a little bit of size up front there. We'll try to get you some numbers as the roster comes up here. we're going to talk mostly to start with Pierce Taylor. Pierce Taylor is going to be where most of this offense runs through, and Ty Snyder with an excellent run there off the left-hand side.
You see a good push out of that offensive line there.
Yeah, number 2 is Ty Snyder. He's listed at 5'11", 230 pounds. So Coach shared some thoughts with me about him. He came off the offseason very stout. Maybe even a little bit too big is what the coach said. He was a little concerned and said, we want to make sure that's a good 230, and then he worked hard to make sure that he's ready to go here for this playoff game.
I've been there, buddy.
That young man has actually had 300-yard games in a row in the last 3 games. So
Very
Taylor
nice.
set. He's ready to run off the right-hand side. He stops for a minute, and he's able to pass.
Nice.
Number 4 is going to get that reception, and that is Tyler Haynes. It's going to be stopped just short of the first down.
Yard or two short. Nice tackle there by Carter Frank. And you see already early they got a good offensive line that can move, push the line and push the offense down the field. And quarterback makes a little quick play there with his legs, had to scramble a little bit and made a little something happen there. So now we got a 3rd and 2.
But he had plenty of time in order to release that ball. And just to let you know, Pierce Taylor is 1,526 yards passing, number 2 in the GCL co-ed, and Ty Snyder, number 3, at 1,013 yards. They're in a spread formation. Trips to the left. The ball does go off of his hand. He tries to fall on it, but left-hand side he runs. He's able to get almost the first down, so slips about 3 or 4 tackles. It's going to be 4th down and no more than a yard. So excellent play by Taylor there.
Massey came in hot pursuit. I thought they were going to get him, but you see a little quickness to make something out of nothing there.
Yeah, we'll say, just for those of you that are listening, Pierce Taylor does seem like he's limping off to the sideline. We'll make sure that young man is okay. I hope he's doing well, but it does seem like he's had a little bit of a tweak there. So he's going to go back to the bench and try to see what's going on there. That's going to mean it's going to be a punt for McNick.
They're
going to punt from the 44-yard line. I'm sure that Clinton-Massie's ready for a potential fake here.
Carter Uten back there, is that who it looks like?
Looks like Carter Uten is going to set up. The kick is away. A wonderful punt. Carter Uten catches it. He controls it off to the left-hand side. Blake Ireland gives him 1 block, but he stopped pretty quickly on pretty much no return. He's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice coverage there by McNick. Way to get a good punt. Some good special teams out of them. Right now, advantage Massey with the stop, and now they're going to come out for their second drive with 3:46 left here in the first quarter. Right now, you like what you see. McNick, you can tell why they're here. They got a great offensive line. They need to get a stop here. But right now, as I was telling the guys on the way down here, right now Massey is playing so good on all facets, offense, defense, and so it's going to be tough, I think, for anybody to stop Massey so far. But McNick's a great team.
That punt is by Colin Fix. That's actually over 1,000 yards in punt yardage, averaging 36.5 a punt, and that was a nice one. So out of that, wide open is Colton Trampler. Here he goes to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown!
Yeah, baby.
Trampler.
Man, what a run. And he wore out. He hit the track down there and ran through. Man, that's speed, too, with that size.
That is a 75-yard run by the fullback.
Man, folks.
By the fullback.
And I'm going to say this more than once, but you're going to want to watch this when this comes up on video. 75-yard run, hits that, sheds 1 tackler, and the 2 defenders try but cannot catch him as he shows a lot of speed. Wow.
Now, he earned the name Bolton
Yes,
Colton
he did.
Trampler on that
particular
particular
exchange. He got it, baby. He was Bolton right there.
I will say this. I think some of that has been led by the offensive set by Clinton-Massie. They actually were in an I backfield. Maybe something McNick hasn't been prepared for because they haven't run a lot of I, barely any through the year. They ran an option look out of the I, and he found an opening pretty quickly. So the kick this time by McGinnis is up, and it's good. It's going to be 13-0 is your score after we have 3:35 left in the first quarter. So, 1 play, 1 score.
And I said this earlier, they're clicking on all cylinders, and they got the big play, which they had quite a few big plays last week. They can, death by 1,000 cuts. They can come down and take 5-8 yards a chunk. But right now they're looking very good right now. And man, what a run, what a setup by that offensive line, and nice play call there.
Yeah, the hole was wide open. He only had to shed about 1 tackler, and then it was just, was he going to get caught?
Yeah, had to outrun, and I kind of thought, well, these DBs will get him. But folks, you'll definitely want to watch this here later. So make sure you tell some game, and later tonight, get you a cup of coffee and watch this thing.
Get that man some water. I'm sure he's thirsty. So back for the McNick Rockets is number 25, Wyatt Gear, and I believe that's number 4 for Tyler Haynes, who had a catch already in this game.
Yep.
So much like
here.
Wyoming, down by a couple scores, so you expect a big
Nice
play
kick.
over the top. This time, it's able to
Nice.
go into
Touchback.
the end zone and a touchback. So that was probably what they wanted to do the first time.
Yeah.
And credit to Ian McNicholas, that's actually his 6th touchback this year.
It barely was going a little left, so they thought, well, let's see if this goes out of bounds again, give us good field position. But it went right into the end zone. Nice kick. Nice touchback there by McNicholas.
So like you said, a couple cylinders are kicking right now for Massie, whether it's in the kicking game or whether it's in the offensive set. We do want to give a shout-out to all those that are able to listen to us tonight, and we'll watch the game later on live, or I'm sorry, on tape delay, the old-fashioned tape delay.
Nothing wrong with that, folks.
So go to Campus Nation YouTube, tell a friend, Campus Nation YouTube, you'll be able to hear the audio and see the game later on. So 2x2 set with one running back to the left. Pierce Taylor finds an opening. He's able to slip 2 tacklers, 3 tacklers, then he's brought down by Colton Trampler after about a 4-yard gain.
He's not getting many breaks. Colton isn't, and he makes the tackle. Yeah, and you see a good little elusive moves there. Kind of good quarterback here.
But Coach also mentioned that he's strong and powerful. For only being 145 pounds, he's compact, he's strong, he puts the time in, and they're excited to see if they can use him in order to get an advantage here against Clinton-Massie.
Yeah, any way you can.
Usually the defense doesn't set up for a running quarterback.
Right.
It's 10 on 11, but this is where they can actually move. Out of an I backfield, Ty Snyder is swallowed up quickly by Gavin Avey, Colton Trampler, and it looks like Charlie Hale's in on that tackle as well.
Going to set up a third and about 3 or 4 here. Looks like 3rd and 3. And Massie defense hanging in there. And a little personnel change. 45 and number 4 comes back in.
Yeah, also on that tackle was Leighton Bell. And I did say I was able to talk to Leighton's dad earlier this week, and Leighton has just been playing lights out. And he's done well all year, but these playoff games, he's really set himself apart.
But that says a lot, Matt. When you play your best football in playoff football, that says a lot about the player.
Peak at the right time.
Yes.
So defensive set for Clinton-Massie is a 4-2 look with one linebacker walked up there.
Little
the ball
fake.
goes to Taylor. Taylor's outrunning Wildermuth, but Wildermuth makes a nice play in the backfield. That was a nice play. Actually,
Tracked
hawked
him down.
from behind. So Pierce Taylor with excellent speed. Nate Wildermuth able to bring him down, using his height to his advantage by grabbing there with his arm. So it looks like we're going to have another punt by the McNick Rockets, and it looks like, again, number 1, Colin Fix will be out there punting. He had a very good punt the last time. And Coach had some real compliments for Colin Fix, Hunter Molnar. There were some decisions that had to be made earlier in the year about where each person was going to play on defense especially, and both of them just being leaders, took advantage of the opportunity to play, didn't matter where they were going to go, and have had very successful defensive the whole time. Yes,
it was touched by Massie.
Nice
picked
play
it
by.
It's Massie football. He never touched it, he's saying. So that'll stay here at Clinton-Massie.
Now that's an interesting call. So we're going to have to check that on the film when you watch it back.
Yeah, but we don't have a review here.
We don't have
Thankfully
a
for
replay.
Massie.
So it looked like from this advantage that there was a touch by the Clinton-Massie. Looked like the back foot of a Clinton-Massie blocker was pushed into
Rick, do you have access to replay on your screen? Do you?
Yeah. So, I guess lucky for Clinton-Massie in this case that is not going to go
No booth review.
No booth review and not going to go to a replay there.
But that would have been huge for McNick, and I thought, okay, here's a momentum.
Yeah, that would have been a big momentum swing, absolutely.
Massie's going to come out.
Yeah, it looks like in a fullback or looks like Carson Van Hoos off the right-hand side. Sorry, a wishbone set with one receiver to the right. So
gets a couple there.
Yeah,
decided not to bounce it
side.
out, just to stay inside and gets 2 or 3 couple yards there.
Got to give some compliments to Carson Van Hoos for the year. After playing 12 games, has 160 attempts, 1,643 yards. That's a 10-yard average.
That's it.
Yeah, with 26 touchdowns, averaging 136 yards a game. And I keep on hearing a term that's been used by a couple people out of a split backfield. It looks like the toss is going to go to Carter Frank. He's able to get outside with a nice block by Adam Frisch, pushing this guy off to the side.
First down.
And I'm telling you, that's the stuff that's not going to show up on a stat sheet. Adam Frisch pulled from his guard position, got onto a smaller guy that was probably a little quicker, but he's able to get into his chest and push him outside of the tackle box to give a lane there for Carter Frank. Nice job, Adam Frisch. And I've mentioned this to Adam Frisch personally. He is coming on again, especially about mid-season and forward, just driving harder and harder and getting to that second level of blocks.
Playing your best football at the end
at
of the
right
season,
time.
baby.
So double slide. Carson Van Hoos goes. Colton Trampler gets the handoff. He's able to bowl over 3 tacklers And
4
goes
in total
down.
to take him down. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can tell right now Colton wants the ball. He's hungry, saying, feed me, coach, I'm ready. And we know that the McSorley offense is based on the fullback first.
Yes, and this is senior leadership out of Trampler. They can see how hungry he is, the offensive line, and a lot of good leadership as this first quarter is going to come to a close with a 13-0 lead for the Clinton-Massie Falcons. But, yes, absolutely.
Colton Trampler for the year has 888 all-purpose yards, so that's
closer to 1,000 now.
Yeah, 12 yeah, with that long run, 12 games. He's done a great job in the offensive backfield. Carter Frank, all-purpose yards are 1165. I apologize. It's actually 943 yards for Colton Trampler. He does have an interception return, which counts towards all-purpose yards. So almost he's over 1,000 now with
way
that
over
run.
That 75-yard.
Carter Frank, 1165. And Carson Van Hoos, 2,019 all-purpose yards. So he's got 170 yards by himself every game.
Yeah, every game. He's a playmaker. And I don't know what term you're going to use, but I don't want to say underappreciated because we know who he is. But this kid's phenomenal. Yeah. He's fast, he's strong, and could definitely play at the next level. When you talk about a fast, quick running back who's got good vision, you're thinking about Carson Van Hoos every time.
The term that's been used this week that I've heard many, many times is the four-headed monster. The four-headed monster.
Yeah,
so it's
Zantini
added as the fourth, Carter Frank, Carson Van Hoos, and Colton Trampler. And the statement is, how are you going to stop this four-headed monster?
So good that one of the guys that's not able to play is Dalen Maple was a phenomenal running back in his own right. With this, and I think he's injured, so we're going to give a lot of love to Dalen Maple, missing that maple syrup tonight, but we're hoping he's going to get better soon.
He's going to enjoy that shout-out, put some maple syrup on that pancake. So Carson Van Hoos ducks his nose into that, but is met immediately by a host of McNick defenders. Number one in that group would be 55, and we're going to try to keep a roster ready to go here.
Like we say, Van Hoos doesn't need a huge we've said this before. He can get small, get in those holes. He sees a little crease, takes it. Now leaves a 3rd and 3 for the Falcons.
That's Jackson Klein on that tackle for McNick. We appreciate all those that are able to sponsor this broadcast. Again, the audio being heard now. The video will be shown after the completion of the game. So we're going to have now a tight end left, motion to the right. Cody Zantini fakes but he
gets hit
hard, driven hard down to the ground.
It's going to be real close.
Cody Zantini. It's going to be close on the first down. That's 45.
They're going to call it 4th down.
And 45 is Jack Suttles, which the coach had nothing but compliments for as far as senior leadership.
Jack,
he is
not so subtle hit there on man.
Not Suttles. It was he brought the wood on that one. So
Clinton-Massie, 4th and about 8 inches here, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks really, really close. So Clinton-Massie's going to set up on offense.
Guessing Trampler up the middle.
If I were a betting man, that would be my guess too, or maybe an easy dive forward by Zantini. Trampler up the middle. It looks like he's able to push through. Yeah, it's going to be good by a full yard, even though McNicholas kind of waving him off there. So it's good by a full yard. It looks like Adam Frisch, Dawson Conley, Lane Scholes is going to be on that push by the offensive line.
Way to go, offensive line. That's all about you as much as it is about Trampler. Pushing it. He just dove forward, had plenty of room to dive, and now we're looking at 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line of the Rockets.
So it looks like it's going to be a wishbone backfield. One receiver to the left. That is Keegan Lamb. The snap. The pitch to Carson Van Hoos. The opening on the right-hand side, but there's going to be laundry thrown on the field. It looks like the defender that came upfield was maybe held by an offensive lineman.
Yeah, usually in that area
Falcons.
You're looking at a hold probably, and we're going to see. McNick needs a little momentum shift for their sake right now.
Yeah, this could be a big swing right here as far as being able to hold them off the scoreboard for a 3rd time in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, they haven't yet.
Yeah, 13-0 is your score, 10:32. And we're going to try to get, as we start to see a little bit of time expire, we're going to try to get to some of these sponsors here in just a second. So as Clinton-Massie sets up offensively, they're going to be on the 50-yard line, the right-hand hash. They're going to go into the north end zone there. We appreciate Princeton High School and the Princeton staff. I got to meet a couple of their staff members. Wonderful people, very nice people.
Very nice.
They're hosting us tonight, and we appreciate that. In motion goes Carter Frank. He gets the toss. He finds an opening on the left-hand side. He's able to get about 6, maybe 7 yards of that penalty yardage back, so it's going to be 2nd down and probably about 14 at this point, maybe
yeah,
15.
Nice run there. Nice cutting by Carter Frank there. It's good to have him healthy this year. Last year was kind of banged up, and so we say that a lot, but when your team is this healthy, this far along in the season, it bodes well for you.
Again, Mike Arnold, the coach, had said, he just really appreciates the work that's put in by these O-line and D linemen, and the D linemen in his defensive set are built to occupy blockers where their linebackers are going to make most of the tackles. That's why you see Will Royce on the top of that list there for tackles on the defensive side. So motion this time, it goes to Colton Trampler up the middle, but he's going to be stopped immediately. Good play again by 45. That's Suttles.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to call his name or Molnar's name most of the night.
Yeah, nice play by him as well. And here you have a 3rd and 10. This would be huge for McNick to get a little momentum back. Again, Massey's doesn't get in a lot of 3rd and longs like this, but the penalty put him back. And so it'll be interesting to see here what the play call is.
If you're McNick, this is exactly where you want to put Massey. So speeding up the play in is Keegan Lamb with about 14 seconds left on the game clock. Now down to 10. Cody Zantini is able to set 8 is your time on the clock. The snap after the motion, the toss. There is an opening. He makes one person miss, but he gets caught in the backfield. There's actually 2 McNick players down right now.
A little slow to get up there.
Number 55 gets up just a little slow. That's Jackson Klein. And it looks
this
like
other player made a great play.
I believe that's Helfenstein, if I just heard that correctly, and we want to make sure that young man is okay. But
he made a great play.
Yeah, great play, a good stop, just with maybe about a yard gain there. So we are going to get to some of our sponsors. Sam's Meats. Football fans, stop by Sam's Meat in Wilmington, Ohio, and support a locally owned and operated business. Sam's Meats has fresh chicken, pork, beef, deli, cheeses, and lunch meats. Their meat deals are a great way to buy meat in bulk, helping you save time and money. Dine in, enjoy homemade hot bar meals and grill items. Sam's Meats also offers catering, party trays, and homemade desserts. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. And please, EJ, please don't forget the bacon.
Don't forget it.
Liberty Savings Bank can save you time and money with historically low mortgage rates and state-of-the-art online banking. Our team appreciates the coaches, teachers, and administrators for the work they do today to build the leaders of tomorrow. We would like to thank our employees. They are dedicated to make our community great. Find out what we can do for you at libertysavingsbank.com. Diamondback Wildlife Extraction. Hearing noises in your attic, seeing holes appear under your deck, porch, or building before major damage occurs. Call Diamondback Wildlife Extraction for a full inspection. We are a locally owned wildlife removal business. Once we solve your problem, we can do a full exclusion to prevent wildlife from further damage in your home. We are the answer to your problem. Call us at 931-302-6372 or check us out on Facebook at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction. So it looks like Clinton-Massie will go for it out of a shotgun. The snap, the hold, the throw is intercepted by McNick Rockets. He's going to have a lot of green on the right-hand side. He is going to be brought down at the 47-yard line, so a huge turn momentum for McNick Rockets.
They're getting loud over here on the McNick side.
Yes, that is the McNick crowd that you hear there on this side. We are the home side, and McNick is listed as the hometown team. So congratulations to that young man for the interception and the return of about 35 yards, which is going to set him up, looks like at about the 48-yard line. We'll get a ball set here in just a second.
Yeah, and Cody feels bad. He's going to get that back. Hey, one penalty, which put him back at 2nd and 20, or 1st and 20.
All it took.
Yeah, and set him up with that. So now McNick's got some momentum. Here they come.
So if you're the McNick coaching staff, this is the time where you call the big one. So you've got a trips to the left, a running back to the right, the snap. Sets. He's getting ready to run. He's up the middle. He makes one person miss, but he is brought down pretty quickly by the Clinton-Massie defense. Big play Gabe on that. Looks like Colton Trampler as well as Braden Rolfe is in that tackle as well.
Braden Rolfe, yeah, nice tackle there, guys.
Yeah, so Clinton-Massie is able to stymie that for about only a 2, almost 3-yard gain there. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 as they set up at the 49-yard line going into the south end zone here as we watch the cars whiz by on Chester Road there. Yeah,
I'm smelling some restaurant too up here. It smells good.
Yeah.
You smell that? Okay. And last night, reminds me of Longhorn. I had a delicious meal last night at Longhorn. And
can't go wrong in Longhorn.
Beautiful place to watch football tonight, though.
Ty Snyder switches sides in the offensive backfield. The motion goes. This time there's 2 people in motion. It looks like they're either going to call I think they called a timeout. So we're going to get back to our sponsors here. Roscoe's Pizza.
Hey!
Roscoe's Pizza offers 45 specialty pizzas.
Can y'all cater in the booth?
Fresh ingredients, including their famous pickle pie, with 2 convenient locations in Corin and New Vienna. Causes and even names many of our pizzas after the neighboring communities, such as the Harvey's Burger or Midland Chicken Parm. Place an online order by phone or become a driver at either location to enjoy Roscoe's Slice of Life. Holdren Builders. Holdren Builders. Since 1989, we build homes, decks, pools, pole barns, log cabins, outbuildings, and do remodeling projects. Whatever your needs may be, big or small, we've got you covered. Our team does custom work as well. Call Cowboy Joe for estimates at 937-725-6115. So saddle up and come ride with us. You got to call Cowboy Joe.
Yeah, call Cowboy. Do you do churches?
Elliott Street Boutique. Elliott Street Boutique is a new women's clothing boutique specializing in casual apparel and accessories for the everyday woman. They just opened last Friday, November 12th, just in time for the holiday shopping. Visit us at Instagram, Facebook, or our website, ElliottStreetBoutique.com.
All right.
Back to the action here. Trips left, single receiver to the right, one running back to the right of Pierce Taylor. Pierce Taylor gets the snap. He looks to the left-hand side.
Yeah,
he's swallowed up, but he's able to make that person miss. That was Leighton Bell coming back to the middle of the field, and that time he's going to lose 2 yards. So it looked like Leighton Bell had put the big paw out to bring him down, and he's able to elude him using his speed to go outside of the tackle box, but there were 3 defenders waiting for him.
Looks like Doug Flutie out there. Kind of, shrugs off the first guy and keeps moving, and I thought he was going to get away with something, but you can tell he's a magician of his own.
He's an athlete,
you can tell. Escape artist, can get out of there, but had nothing. So a lot of credit to the DBs holding the post back there in the second, but nothing going there.
No question. That's your leader on the team offensively, and like Coach said, a very unassuming young man. Just kind of puts his head down, lunch pail mentality, does the work, does what he needs to do, gets the job done. The snap, the fake to Ty Snyder. The pass is wide open this time. It's going to be caught by the McNick Rocket, number 5. Number 6. Okay, we'll get you. Number 6 is Ben Bobo. So Ben Bobo is their leading receiver. He's also
nice catch.
Yeah, he's also the third leading receiver in the he's the second leading receiver in the GCL co-ed with 682 total yards. So I talked to Coach about him. He's very elusive. He's that kind of slot guy that can get behind the defense. So used his speed, nice hands, did go out of bounds to stop the clock at 6:33. 13-0 is your score for Clinton-Massie. So McNick on the move.
That's big on a 3rd and long to convert that. Now they're down here on the Massey 32. Nice play.
Snap goes to Ty Snyder. He's able to find an opening, but he does get brought down after about a 4-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
They got a little pep after that.
Oh, yeah, you can tell. They're excited. They're ready to roll.
It's what they needed for this game.
Yep, so Clinton-Massie sets up their defense on the 28-yard line. We're going to go left to right for the offense of McNick Rockets on your TV screen once you're able to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you want to see it. It's been a wonderful game so far.
Yeah, you can see the well-coached athleticism of McNick versus the well-coached athleticism of an 11-1 Clinton-Massie team.
And they're keeping Massey off the field with those big strike runs.
Keep the offense of Massey off the field is exactly what they're planning to do with a long run. So Taylor to the right-hand side, wide open in the right. He's able to stay inbounds on that play and goes down after a first down run. So it's going to be off of the 17-yard line, a 1st and 10. And they're going to have 5:47 left in the second quarter to complete this drive.
Yeah, nice run there by the quarterback. You see why they're good. They got a lot of just moxie. You don't look at this and say, oh, they got a 1,500-yard rusher on offense. They don't have a 2,000, 3,000-yard passer, but they got a lot of just grit and determination.
Coach called Taylor Steady Eddie.
Yeah,
tremendous wrestler and has really grown as a quarterback over this year for him. So motion goes. The jet sweep goes to number 25. He's able to find an opening off the left-hand side of the offense. That's a nice play and a nice run by Wyatt Gear. Wyatt Gear on that play.
Yeah, he got that in the 5th gear. Around the end, that's for
sure. Kicked it in and over to the left-hand side. They're finding empty spots in the Clinton-Massie defense.
Yeah, they didn't go up the middle, kind of did that jet sweep around the end there, and he was able to turn it up for about 5 yards.
Yeah, off of the motion look, it looks like that's something that's going to be a big part of their offense is to do a little bit of smoke and mirrors, and nothing wrong with that. Looks like almost a wing tee from the spread position. So it's going to be 2nd and 5. On the 12-yard line, Clinton-Massie will set up their defense there. It looks like Pierce Taylor's going to go under center, a offset I backfield. The ball goes to I believe that's Gear again.
Yeah,
and
not much.
Number 40, Leighton Bell's able to make that tackle.
Yeah, Bell's playing some good football and defense, real good football. And that's going to leave them with a 3rd and 4. And good stop here by Massey. It's go time, though, for McNick. You need to punch this in if you can with 4:20 left in the first half.
Yeah, 13-0 is your score. As we said, 4:15 left in this second quarter. So a big momentum swing with the interception and 35-yard return by the McNick Rockets gives Clinton-Massie a kind of a feeling of ominous end zone behind them. So the play to the right-hand side, wide open, walking into the end zone is number 4 for the McNick Rockets. That's going to be Tyler Haynes. We've already called his name out once already.
Nice catch. Went to where there was no defenders on that side of the field, and there must have been a little breakdown there. And you're right. They're taking advantage of these holes in our defense.
Looks like breakdown in coverage because he walked into the end zone all by himself. A nice catch, soft hands. And this time we're going to get a setup there for the kick.
Nice play calling down there for that whole drive for the offensive coordinator.
It's going to be Raleigh is number 48, your PAT field goal kicker, and that's going to be Taylor as your holder. So the snap will come for the PAT. The snap is good, the kick is good, and the point after is good. So it's going to be 13-7 with 3:54 left off of the interception. That's your difference.
You thought this game was about to become a big spread. At least I was kind of feeling that way. And then all of a sudden there's a penalty, there's an interception, McNick comes, and it's not a touchdown game, it's a 6-point ball game. And so we're going to see how that field goal, missed extra point comes into play. But right now it's 13-7 ball game. We got a game, folks.
One more sponsor to get to. Crystal Duncan of Keller Williams Pinnacle Group invites you to give her a call for all of your real estate needs, whether buying or selling land, new construction, residential, or commercial. With 24 years experience in the business, she will help you achieve all of your dreams. Crystal is a Massey grad and ex-school board member, so the community means a lot to her. Give Crystal a call today at 937-725-5097. Crystal Duncan, your hometown realtor, where every deal is crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
Has she called you and asked for a corny line to finish that up?
She didn't ask for any advertising advice, but man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a good time to sell a house, folks.
Crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
I like it. Visit our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. It allows us to keep us as a free, an offer to our community members, offer to those that are on the other team as well, to listen free of charge, and then usually up until this point also be able to watch the live stream. So the kick goes right to Colton Trampler. He gets it at the 30-yard line. He finds an opening. He bowls over 2 people, and he goes down at the 38. So, the idea was to kick it to an up man, but a return that gets you to the 38's in decent shape.
Well, if Trampler's your up man, you're in pretty good shape because he's got some power and some speed himself. So, now they're going to start at 38. They need to answer. 3:50 left. I think, Matt, if we play our cards right, we can march it downfield, punch it in the end zone, and go into halftime with a nice maybe 2-score lead here. But let's see. McNick's got some momentum right now.
Yeah, Clinton and the McNick Rockets will get the ball as we get started in the second half. So starting here now on the 38-yard line, Clinton-Massie with the snap. The ball goes to Carter Frank. He's stopped, but he does use a little momentum to push forward on that particular play, I believe, is Suttles again.
And Trampler takes him, kind of bear hugs him and pushes him forward.
So that it kind of gives him a little extra oomph there. So,
and look, you get 5 yards out of that push.
Those of you that are able to, go ahead and text in to our number 937-303-8069. Again, 937-303-8069. We'd love to hear from both of the Massey fans and McNick fans that have joined us at campus by Carson Van Hoos.
Nice defensive line.
Yeah, nice stop. So Suttles in on that one, and number 1 is Colin Fick on that one.
Wow.
Number 4, Haynes in on that tackle. So excellent job by the defense of the McNick Rockets. It's going to be a 3rd and 6 and a long 6 at that.
They feel like they're getting their footing. They're figuring this out, and they're playing some good football. Nice play by the defensive line to clog the holes, and then linebackers coming in to stop. And now we got a 3rd and 5 for the Falcons.
Yeah, if you're McNick, you've got all the momentum in the world at this point.
They
so
said,
it's
we hear you up
44-yard
there.
line, yeah.
We hear you. We want to get the ball and go into half with the lead.
Absolutely. They're looking for one more possession to try to either tie or take the lead in this game. Motion by Carson Van Hoos. He fakes the throw.
Got him.
Got him wide open, but over his head.
Misses him.
Yep. So Cody Zantini had a wide open Carter Frank going down, streaking down the middle of the field, but Cody Zantini throws it over his head.
Him.
So it's going to be 4th, and it looks like 5, and you're going to see a punt by the Clinton-Massie Falcons.
Nice play, nice route by Carter Frank to get the defense behind him. And maybe if it had put a little bit more air, but I'm telling you, that was a good-looking throw, but just might have hit his fingertips, but almost there.
Clinton-Massie with the punt formation set at the 44-yard line. Back to punt will be Keegan Lamb. The snap, good hold. The kick, up and to the left. It's going to get right on the hash mark.
Nice bounce.
It looks like Blake Ireland will kind of give way to the ball to get it down to the 20-yard line. So with 2:14 left, here comes McNick.
Wow, we got a great game going on here. At the regional finals, Division 4 Region 16 regional finals, folks. You definitely want to tune in now and tune in later and watch this.
If you're able to join us later, we will upload the video to this game as soon as this game has completed.
At the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
So congrats to a Keegan Lamb and a successful punt. He's actually averaging 35 yards per punt. He's had 9 of those all year, so it's not like he does a lot of punting. So nice job.
I almost forgot who it was, and I saw Keegan back there. And, yeah, very nice punt for Keegan, especially not doing it often like that.
So, again, McNick excited, ready to bring back their offense to possibly score right before halftime. Looks like Pierce Taylor gets the ball. He's able to find the side on the right-hand side. Wildermuth stops that play immediately on the left.
He gets off his block, gets to the player, and very nice play by Wildermuth.
He is able to draw that out to the sideline. It looks like no gain on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 as a McNick team sets up at about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line with 1:50 left. 13-7 is your score.
Clock is moving. So now we're down to about 1:44 here. And don't seem to be too much of a hurry there for the Rockets.
No, they're counting on the fact that they can quickly score with a strike. Either Pierce Taylor is going to be able to break one free, or they've had success already with 2 longer passes. Trips left, single receiver to the right. That's Haynes already with a couple catches and a touchdown. The snap, the throw, the catch. It's going to be a 1st down catch.
Nice arm, too.
Nice movement by the offensive line to keep him clean in that throw. They immediately set up. The ball goes to the ref. He sets the ball.
Here they go.
They're immediately going to run tempo. Yep, 2x2 is your set now with a single running back to the right. They're going to switch that over to Trips right. Coming across the formation is number 10, Joey Bacca. Goes to... Can you give me a number over there? Is that 80?
That looks like 80 working that sideline over there.
80, it looks like Jay Dietz. Jay Dietz looks like he had a catch on the left-hand side of that offensive. Looks like they're going to, because that ball went out of bounds, take a moment to get the play in from the sideline. Pierce Taylor looks to his coaches, sets up with 1:05 left. 13-7 is your score for Clinton-Massie being up by 6. Right-hand side sees 3 receivers come out to it, including the running back on the right. The snap, the throw to number 6. Wildermuth again brings him down, and number 6 on the play has been Bobo, so that's your 2nd leading receiver in the GCL co-ed.
Yeah, nice play there, and now it's going to be a 1st down as they move up to the 45, 46-yard line, and about 58 seconds left. Going to start this clock at the whistle, and so 53 seconds.
Trips left, single receiver to the right. The throw is quickly again to Bobo. He's cut underneath by Keegan Lamb after a short gain.
Yeah.
So it looks like about a 3-yard gain. The ball is going to stay inbound, so the clock is going to run with 39 seconds.
Massey's defense is keeping it in front of them, and that's good. You just want to stop any big plays right now because time is down to 32 seconds here in the half.
Trips right, single receiver to the left. The snap, the set. This time he's going to run. He's got 2 blockers ahead of him. He's got lots of green. He makes 3 people miss and then goes down after Keegan Lamb tackles him. That's going to be a quick clock stoppage because they need to reset the chains.
He went back set like he's going to pass, but looked like a design run. And
looks like he's going to try. He wants to spike it. He does spike it, so they're going to call that a 2nd down. Now, I will say the chains weren't set yet, so they did allow him to run that play. So as we have just a moment before halftime, we want to make sure and tell you that always we thank you for tuning in. Stay up to date with all our broadcasts upcoming or archived. Make sure you like the Campus Nation Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Campus Nation, it must be cold outside, but our broadcast schedule is still red hot. Check out the Campus Nation website on Sunday as Xavier University and the Ohio State University club hockey teams face off on the ice at the Ice House in Columbus. Puck drops at 11 a.m. So coming to the line is the McNicholas Rockets. This time an empty set in the backfield, so 4 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. The snap. Gavin Avey puts some pressure on the right-hand side. He's going to throw out of bounds and conserve a little bit of time there. So 13 seconds left, 13-7 is your score. 4 receivers to the right, but Gavin Avey with some good pressure to push the quarterback from McNick to the right, Pierce Taylor.
Yes, he's rolling towards the out of bounds. He just threw it away and left him with about 13 seconds. He's got a good arm and can get it probably down there, but nice pressure there by Avey to just make him throw that away.
With the defense dropping back so quickly, Pierce Taylor's got to think, I can run for days here. Now, he doesn't have a lot of time left. That's going to be his issue.
Yeah.
If they have a timeout, which they do have 2, so he can at least
that
go for one run.
middle of the field will be open.
Yeah, he can go 1 run at least. Fake the handoff, right-hand side, and deep, way deep, down to the 6-yard line is going to go that pass, but it's over the head of Bobo. So it looks like it's going to be 4th down with 7 seconds left.
Yeah, 4th and 10.
4th and 10. So it looks like as they reset the ball, Clinton-Massie's defense is going to have to go for at least 1 more try here on 4th down to stop them before halftime.
Yeah.
Looks like a timeout is going to be called by the McNick Rockets. So if you're trying to gain exposure and engagement for your business, becoming a sponsor with Campus Nation is a great opportunity to do so. Contact Rick Phillips at 937-527-6674 to sign up or to message the Campus Nation Facebook page for more information. We do have some shout-outs. Thank you for the play-by-play. Since there's no pitcher, shout-out to cheerleader Allie Brown from Memes and Bookie.
Hey, Bookie.
Go Falcons from Fairborn. We like to have Bookie checking in. How about Go Falcons from the Sligo Kratzer family? So we appreciate those that are able to check in. If you'd like, you can text our number 937-303-8069 to let us know where you're listening to this great playoff game and then hopefully watching from a nice warm location.
Yeah, put your little fire in the fireplace if you have one.
Like you said, a little decaf coffee maybe at about 10 o'clock. So ready. Yeah, absolutely.
You can tell we're getting old.
Absolutely. Well,
don't want to be staring at the ceiling at 2 in the morning.
Exactly. I don't want to be up at midnight saying, boy, that was a great game. I really like that game. So, all right, so McNick's going to set up on this side of the 40. So 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. The snap. He sets, he throws, the catch, and he goes down.
Smart move.
Timeout with 2 seconds left. So knowing that Clinton-Massie was going to give you something in the middle of the field, they took a nice throw and catch.
Nice play call.
That's an excellent play. Very, very good coaching, very smart play. Another timeout, which is the last one they have. 2 seconds left, and their coaching staff's going to come out and talk about it. So Clinton-Massie's going to have to make another stop because that was good for a first down.
I saw the place kicker getting warmed up, and I don't know if this is his range. You're looking at maybe 20, 30. So I don't know if he's got the leg for that, or you just chuck one in the end zone and see if you can get some points.
Yeah, that's a big – on a cold night like this, that's going to be a long field goal.
Yeah.
Raleigh, I don't know any examples of that length that he's hit so far. So we're going to say that they're going to chuck one down, like you said, into the end zone, hoping to either get a penalty in a last play again or to get a successful try here and score right before halftime.
Yeah, 2 seconds left here, so this is definitely your last play of the half. But a lot of credit to McNick because it looked like early Massie had their foot on the gas after that big run.
Yep.
And McNick has clawed back in, and we got a ball game, folks. McNick will be getting the ball after the half, too.
I believe they're going to try to reset the game clock to 3 seconds. 3 seconds, so they did get a second back there. 13-7 is your score. We're going to call this a 2-by-2 set. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Motion goes across the formation, which causes trips left, single receiver right. Pierce Taylor's going to lick his fingers, get the snap, set it about the 34-yard line.
There
wide.
It is. Oh, he slipped.
Set. Out of bounds goes the play, goes the ball.
But Uten had slipped.
Yep.
Got back up while the ball was in the air, so good stop by Massie. A lot of credit to them there.
So that's going to take the halftime to 13-7 is your score so far, with a 20-minute halftime started here in just a moment as the Clinton-Massie band gets set. Let's just review what we had. Like you said, gas pedal was pretty hard down as we started this game. Clinton-Massie comes out, scores on the first drive, is able to stop McNick Rockets and then score again. So you saw a 13-0 lead. It turned into a 13-7 lead based on an interception, return, and then now back to a score.
Yeah, and it shows what McNick is a really, really good football team. What stands out is really the whole team. They're great offensively, defensively, great play calling on that last drive, and a lot of credit to this quarterback. He's got a lot of moxie. He's a playmaker. On 4th down and 10, he finds his guy in the middle of the field to keep this drive going, and a lot of credit to this is he a senior?
Yes, he is. And
yeah, a lot of credit to this quarterback.
Coach Orlando said that specifically.
Yeah.
They're senior-led.
Yes.
The descriptor that he used is selfless. I mean, how great is that about your team to say they're selfless?
They're scrappy,
It doesn't matter who gets the ball. It's we want to win. He said the chemistry is a huge thing because they want to come together and play for each other. They were hit a little bit with the injury bug early on. I think he said 7 weeks in a row.
Wow.
They had a different O-line set.
Oh, wow.
7 weeks in a row. So they, again, have the right people at the right time, able to get healthy and get moving here. He kind of recapped the season by saying numerous things about just the wins this year. The Alter win was huge, beating Highlands of Kentucky, and everybody that knows football knows Highlands and their 26 state championships. So beating Highlands was an excellent high point. I said, Coach, what are you doing right now that's just going really well? He said he feels like they're practicing so well that the games are going easier, that they're peaking it, like we said, at the right time. And he really likes the preparation that this team has done, their players have done. So where he wants to improve, and he's not able to see too much action on this so far, and that's special teams. Not a lot of special teams play so far. So we appreciate him sharing with some thoughts with us earlier this game. We're going to come back after we watch the Clinton-Massie band and tell you a little stats and get you ready for the second half.
And now, for the feature presentation, Clinton-Massie Falcons Marching Band.
Hey, Roman's right there. Hey, Bo, Roman's right there.
Who else is here? Jack's over there.
Jack's dad's over there. Tim. Yeah, Tim's over there. Sounds like lit. You see that big run? Were you here at the beginning of the game? That dude was gone. He's pretty fast. Flip on the track? Flip on the track? Yeah, flew back after that big run he had. He's good. He's huge. I tried to tackle him. He was like dragging him across.
Tim's over there?
Yeah, where's AJ?
I don't know. Roy's with us.
He probably went over to
Yeah, I see.
So what's the down there?
Yeah, 22-14. But that's not live. Probably half.
It's crazy to think like we might have went 4 and 5, but 3 of the teams that we lost to are still in the playoffs. So. I gotta go to the bathroom, but the line for the stall is.
You guys scrimmage tomorrow?
Yeah. 7 Hills and Ripley, right? Ripley.
How's your hip? It's pretty sore. You don't wear that tab?
Their left guard need him. Hey, they're starting right tackle. Clark's starting right tackle is probably 350. Dude was a unit. I couldn't even box him out.
Literally trying to stand up. I don't know. They're not trying to play it off. So I'm good.
He called me though. He's like, "Are you still here?" I'm like, "I don't see you like it." That's like I got a girdle. So I ran a girdle off from my pocket. Yeah, I just cut it off. I'm not worried.
I was watching the Nets game. It was insane.
8:45 in the morning. That's Will's game's at 8:40.
No underwear. The beast.
Hey, I told you about that. Has he? No, we were going to practice. I said, "You got anything?" He's like, "I'm not wearing underwear." I'm like, "You gotta go back home."
Straight shape in the hole.
I could never do that.
You will when you get older. Like if I go out and about like out on town or something.
Yeah, right.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Will does if I don't check it. And then you open up next week with start this week, you start next week. Are you good with Tuesday with coach coming in? I'll just pull you out of class and come down to the field house. And then Monday, Capitals coming. He didn't give me a time. He's been texting me and I just didn't want to text him back. So just be honest.
God bless you, your skill's not that good.
There are restrooms down at the west side of the stadium, near the concession stand. There are restrooms on the west side, towards the highway side of the stadium, on both sides of the stadium, if you need restrooms. Thank you.
It was raining and we were just getting over 1850. They play fullback. And if we need any video, maybe we can get the team recording some of this, we can get that. No, we typically run it back through news, probably or something. We're recording it on here. I'm not sure whether, unless this is in the actual program out, whether it records it or not. It's recording this, obviously, but it's recording the audio, so I would think.
Oh, now you come up here. Nice of you to break this video.
This is still not as bad as it was that Sunday when we did the championship game with Ohio State. You know, they are going to the national championship. Yeah, they're playing from Virginia that they beat by 1 point. And the whole thing turned on that questionable, which they overruled their objection, the questionable safety rule. And so they're playing them again for the national championship in Pennsylvania.
You said it was cold.
The game we did this past weekend, or this past Sunday, it was 34 the whole game. It was snowing. Yeah.
It was that then versus who?
They played, boy, the station.
Mid-Georgia?
No, it was that team so good. That deal was so good.
Oh, it's okay.
Jimmy Brady just makes me
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We're going to start the second half probably in about 5 minutes. While we've got some time, we'd like to share with you a few stats from the first half. So lots of information to share. You know, Clinton-Massie started the scoring on a 2-yard run at 6-minute mark by Carter Frank. The kick by Ian McNicholas was no good. Then there was another run of 75 yards by Colton Trampler. That kick was good by Ian McNicholas. That was 3:35 in the first quarter. So that brought your end of first quarter score to 13-0 Clinton-Massie. They were able to get a turnover. Not a turnover, I'm sorry. They were able to get a stop and started back on offense. And at that time you thought, uh-oh, you know, this may start to look ugly. But an interception by the McNick Rockets and a score with Pierce Taylor throwing to Ty Haynes for 11 yards, walking into the end zone for a touchdown, and the point after is good at the 3:54 mark of the second quarter, brings us to our 13-7 score as we start this second half, which McNick will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, good momentum shift. The first quarter was all Massie. The second quarter it began to go McNick's way. And now we're going to see what these teams are made out of, because McNick's going to get the ball, and I think they've got the momentum, you probably say, after that last second half push there. So just some gritty playoff teams, and I expect to see Massie maybe a little bit more Van Hoos, just a few touches that first half, because McNick really controlled the tempo in the second quarter. And so we need a quick stop here out of Massie for sure.
If you look at Carson Van Hoos.
Yeah, just 7 touches, 28 yards. Colton, 9 touches. Trampler for 100 yards. And then Carter Frank, 7 for 49.
So keeping the average for Cody Zantini and Carson Van Hoos lower than 5 yards a touch. Carter Frank with 7 and Colton Trampler with 11 yards per touch. There is no receiving for Clinton-Massie, but there is for McNick. J.D. Dietz was able to get 3 receptions for 31 yards. Ben Bobo had 3 receptions for 30 yards, and Tyler Haynes had 2 receptions for 14 yards. The leading tackler is listed as number 42, Brogan, for the McNick Rockets.
Yeah, and just some gritty players there out of McNick. And I think if you look at McNick, they're just a good football team all around.
Yeah.
They're gritty. They do things right.
Extremely
they tackle.
well coached.
Yeah, their defensive line started putting some stops on our offensive line. And they're well coached. The play calling has been just, when it looked like it was getting a little stale at first, he changes it up, finds that middle of the field, and just some great play calling, great coaching. Just an overall well-coached football team that has got some grit to them and some determination to them. They're like, we're not going away like last week. We're going to hang around, and they made some plays, a lot of momentum after that interception.
Yeah, I'm seeing here, looking into the McNick sidelines of stands and seeing the excellent crowd that they brought here to Princeton High School and Jake Sweeney Chevrolet Field. The Clinton-Massie faithful have also showed up. I saw a couple things that I wanted to mention as we were just putting the broadcast together. There are 2 common opponents for Clinton-Massie and McNick. The first one is Bishop Fenwick. Bishop Fenwick, a very talented team that's got a new coaching staff, and they're learning some new things over there. So Massie beat them 44-0. McNick beat them 34-14. And then seeing actually right in front of us here, we have some friends from the SBAAC that have joined us from the new Richmond Lions. They also were a common opponent. Massie beat them 70-34. McNick beat them 34-14 as well. So, you know, Coach had mentioned that there's not a lot of similarities in some of the teams that they played up to, other than Alter in the Massie style of offense. So they were practicing and preparing very hard this week for that triple option, where Clinton-Massie has seen quite a bit of spread teams. Western Brown comes to mind, who, good luck. I actually texted their coach earlier today. Good luck in their game later on, or actually probably going on right now. We'll try to get you a score here in just a second. And because we always want to promote and help our brothers in the SBAAC. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like to hear what Western Brown. I went home last week and watched a little bit of them. And, of course, Drew Novak did what he always does.
Drew Novak does.
Yeah, it's hard to stop him. He got out there and just made some plays. And Western Brown, what about that? What if they end up just keep on sailing to the top? They are.
Again, anytime we see an SBA school, so it looks like 29-14 Granville.
Okay,
is
Granville's
the score.
up on them?
Granville's up on them for, let's see, I don't know if there's anybody else that's real close to us that's still in the playoffs. If there's scores that we need to catch, we'll catch those in just a second. So we want to give a couple shout-outs here. Keep it up, play smart, go Massey, the Camps family from Wilmington, Ohio. Nana Frank cheering for the Falcons. Nana's in. And then we got a Go Rockets, so we appreciate those sending in the shout-outs from the Rocket fans as well. So getting ready to kick off will be Clinton-Massie. And we've got about a minute left before we start the second half, where McNick will start with the ball, and they will try to either tie or end up taking the lead in this game on this next drive. So if you've got a shout out to send, 937-303-8069. Again, 937-303-8069 is the number. We'd love for you to send a shout out so we can hear where you're listening from. Clinton-Massie, McNick, playoff football, the battle of two 11-1 teams. Excellent football so far that we've seen, and we're excited and ready for a good second half.
Absolutely. McGinnis getting ready to kick this off. You did say McNick beat Highlands.
They did.
Wow.
It's an excellent
win. That's a good
win.
team right there.
It's a big win right there.
Real big.
Looks like Gear and Haynes will be your two kickoff returners.
I'm going to stop. Blow the
set the clock and clear the sideline here on this McNick side. So as they reset the clock to 12 minutes, we're going to get to action here. And you want to see what Clinton-Massie comes out and does, because honestly looked a little flat in that second quarter.
Yeah.
Looked like the energy had gone from their sails.
Yeah, but a lot of kudos to the schemes and the defense of McNick to adjust.
White Gear with the return. He's got an opening, and he finds that opening and gets another 12 yards after initial contact. That's going to be the 34-yard line will be his resting place, where they're going to start this offensive series for McNick with, like we said, the momentum clearly on their side. So let's see what they can do in this first series.
Yeah, here they go. And you just want to keep that momentum from the first half. You want to carry that through. You want to do I think they have a really good balance. But, man, really what concerns me as a Massey fan is this quarterback. Man, he's elusive. He can make plays with his legs. He can find the middle of the field.
Make people miss.
Yeah, he can pull it down and run for 10, 15 yards. He's a really good competitive quarterback.
Ty Snyder to the right. He gets the ball on the open hole there to the left-hand side. Braden Rolfe catches him finally after an 8-yard gain. Yeah, nice run by Ty Snyder.
Yeah.
We had mentioned this before. They're going to do that jet sweep motion, try to get your defense looking at that, and then they hand the ball back on a zone look to Ty Snyder. So he's taken out of the game at this point and switched out. It's going to be a nice 8-yard gain on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, nice start. Leaves you with an easy play call on 2nd and 2. And you just see the shiftiness of this running back. Makes a couple men miss and gets an 8-yard carry there.
2 receivers to the right, now 2 receivers to the left. That's Dietz that goes in motion and sets up on the left-hand side. The ball this time goes to, I believe that's Gear. He finds an opening out the left-hand side. He's going to get a first down and way more as he passes the 50-yard line down to the 46-yard line of Clinton-Massie.
Yeah, and that momentum's carrying over from that first half. And they're just picking where they left off. Now they're on the Massey side of the field, and they're just rolling right now.
Everything going right for the McNick Rockets. So that was a nice run by Wyatt Gear. He stays in the ball game. He gets the play given to him by Pierce Taylor. Pierce Taylor snaps his hands together and brings his offensive line that's doing a great job with getting openings for the running backs. I backfield this time. Ty Snyder is going to dot that I. Under center goes Taylor to Snyder. He finds another opening.
Hole.
He's off to the left-hand side, and he's going to be wide open to the 20. He makes a stutter step, makes a cut, and he's in the end zone. Score for the McNick Rockets, Ty Snyder.
Wow, what a run by Snyder.
Excellent run.
At the end, patient, follows his blocks, makes a couple little shifty moves, and gets in the end zone. You will want to watch that one later, folks. Nice run there by Snyder to start this second half.
And that young man, again, peaking at the right time, 100 yards, 100 yards, 100 yards, each of the 3 games in the playoffs. So all the momentum, everything you could possibly imagine in waves going right for the McNick Rockets.
And as we're calling the game on the McNick side, you can see Big Mo is just hanging out over here right now. These fans are into it.
Excited is the McNick Rocket faithful.
Wow.
It looks like Pierce Taylor's going to set up for the hold. And they didn't run a lot of time off that clock either. It's 10:36. The snap, the kick is up.
And it's good.
It's good.
Wow, we got a ball game.
14-13 is your lead for the McNick Rockets as they take the lead with only a minute and 24 seconds off the clock in the second half.
Wow.
So I think at this point, if you're the coaching staff for the Clinton-Massie Falcons, you got to see how your team, which honestly has not been down at many times this year, how they're going to react.
No, I mean, if I'm a coach, I'm getting in there and say, you guys are good. You've played dominant ball. You played dominant ball in the first quarter. That's who we are. Let's get out. Let's march the ball downfield. Don't have any silly penalties, anything like that. You're good. This is a very talented Massey team. They just got to come out and do what they do, and they'll be just fine.
Are you willing to roll the dice if you're McNick and get an onside
I thought
kick?
about that. Yeah, when momentum's, it's hard not to roll the dice sometimes, but I think you just stay.
Yeah, you also don't want to give them the short field.
You sometimes set up those gimmick plays when you're not confident in your team, and I think you're confident in their team tonight, and we don't have to do that to win the game. We can win you just straight up football, and so I think you're just going to see, but who knows? These little squib kicks can turn out either way sometimes.
I believe that's going to be I believe that's Zermelli, but I'm going to get you a number here. 40. Is that 47? Zermelki. Carson Zermelki. Zerminki. We're going to try here, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize. Zerminki is what we're going to go with. The kick, it is low. Kind of a squib to Blake Ireland. Over the left-hand side, finds an opening, gets a couple extra yards, holds on tight to the ball. 42-yard line will be where he ends that run.
Yeah.
And that's going to set up the Massey offense moving right to left eventually on your TV screen.
And I guess your take may be, if you're McNick, hey, if you just get half a field to work with and you score, the way our momentum's going, we'll just get the ball back. That way you can't maybe control the clock with a 80-yard drive. I don't know. Right now, Massey needs to answer for their own confidence and get that momentum right back on their sideline.
Coming into the game is Lex Russell, so they're going to go with a double tight. It looks like this is a wishbone backfield. The snap goes to Carter Frank, and there's an opening left-hand side. Off to the races is Carter Frank. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. He does go out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So just as you called it, EJ, they needed a big play to shift the momentum, and that's what they got.
Yeah, and nice play by Carter Frank. It's his night tonight. Last week we see the couple 100-yard games out of Trampler and out of Van Hoos, 157.
Zantini.
Zantini, and now Carter Frank said, tonight's my night here in this regional finals here. Nice run, Carter Frank. Nice hole by the offense to open that up.
Touchdown saving tackle by the McNick Rockets as they push the ball out of bounds. They're going to spot that at the 12. It's going to be on the left-hand side hash.
Felt like we just did a jump ball, and here we go, back and forth down the court.
Double tights again. Eating up a little bit of time as Cody Zantini. He sets his offensive line. He sets his running backs. The snap goes to Carter Frank again. Left-hand side opening. A good run, good hard run by Carter Frank is going to take him down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, let him eat. Way to set that up. And, taking it down in the red zone here, down to the third. Down to, we about the 3 there, Matt?
Yeah, on the 3-yard line.
Nice run.
Suttles again with the tackle there, and we've called his name many times already, Jack Suttles.
Sometimes you're looking for 34 and number 6 in that backfield, and when 20 takes it, before you know it, he's past you. And that would be Carter Frank.
Double tights. Looks like we're going to change something at the line of scrimmage. Cody Zantini snaps the ball, turns around to Carson Van Hoos. He opens in, and it's going to be.
Took a hit there.
Score for Clinton-Massie Falcons.
Nice. Way to answer, fellas. Come back, get the crowd back into it, and the lead's back on the Massey side.
A minute and 6 seconds was your drive there. A big run by Carter Frank, and at this time it looks like they're going to go for 2. So instead of chasing a point the rest of the night, they're going to go ahead and call a play to go for 2.
Make it even.
So it's 19-14, a 5-point lead at this point. If you would have kicked the extra point, it would have been a 6-point lead of 20 to 14. Looks like Massey wants to try a 2-point conversion here, which is not something they've done a lot of this year.
Okay.
So Clinton-Massie with a double tight wishbone look. Snap, Carter Frank.
Push, baby.
He's in. He's in.
Nice.
Yes, nice job.
Well,
2-point conversion is good.
Just clean that score up a little bit so it's even there.
So now we're 21-14. So all of those that like those even 7-point scores, they're back feeling good about it. 21-14 is your score. Nice run by Carter Frank. He was stopped pretty well at the offensive line.
Good second
and
effort.
he was able to push and get outside of that, spinning once and landing in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So, again, if you're a Clinton-Massie fan, you like to see that response. It was an only a minute and 6-second drive.
Doesn't it feel like a heavyweight fight? And it's like that was like kind of punch in the gut or punch in the
was.
head. And they're like, okay, you woke us up now. You woke us up. So Massie takes the ball down, short field, 58-yard field, takes it down, punches it in just a few plays. So let's see if we're going to get another counter hit here by McNick as their deep men switch positions here.
Is this going to be one of those who has the ball last sort of mentality?
Yeah, we'll see. That's kind of not the game Massie plays, but here we are, 21-14, and we need to stop here, really, for Massie. The momentum, we need to stop here to stop this offense.
Back, it looks like Gear and Haynes still set in the kickoff return positions. The Massie coverage team here getting set. The ball's teed at the 40, and McGinnis is going to kick. It's up and a little bit more height and less distance. This time caught at the 15, but the ball's bouncing around. He's able to pick it back up, but he is going to lose some yardage and momentum in that run, and it's going to get stopped at the 22-yard line for McNick.
Now, the first half felt like I'd look up and it just flew by. And now we've had 2 possessions, 2 score, and there's only been a 2.5 is it 12-minute half?
12-minute half.
So it's 2.5 minutes off the clock, and you've already had 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. So now everybody's just striking quick.
So if you're the Clinton-Massie coaching staff, this is where you need to see the answer. You got to see it on offense, and you appreciate that. But you had that expectation coming in that you wanted to score points. You needed to score points because McNick was going to score points. Where you want to see the answer is on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. You know, Massie took that, and they, as in the word of our sponsor, we strike back.
Yeah.
We strike back.
Diamondback Wildlife Extraction. We strike back.
That's right. Here we go.
The McNick faithful cheering up their offense.
Get in there.
Taylor looks to throw. He's met immediately by Carter Uten. It was a good catch, but it is going to drive him back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him actually forward progress on the catch to about the 25-yard line. That's a generous give to him, but that's going to set up, looks like 2nd and about 7 yards.
Yeah, just a couple yards out of that. Nice tackle, nice aggressive hit. In the words of Bart Clark, the 82 graduate, just texting in, momentum, we need a 3 and out. All right.
That would definitely help in this case. Yeah.
Yes, we do, Mr. Clark. Yes, we do. Here they come quickly to the line.
McNick in the I backfield. 2 receivers to the left. Ty Snyder fake.
Nice fake.
Now this time he goes up and over. It's going to go out of bounds. Uncatchable ball there. So Taylor decided to throw that ball out of bounds.
Sounds a good fake, don't he? Sounds a good fake.
Looks like we've got 2,200 people listening to the live stream right now. We appreciate that. We appreciate the 2,200. And make sure you support our sponsors who do a great job keeping this free. Right, Corey? Mm-hmm. We get a free broadcast because of the great sponsors that we have and the wonderful job done by Campus Nation.
Wonderful
and Rick
job.
Phillips. Rick Phillips doing a great job as always. We appreciate that.
And I'd like to personally invite Roscoe's to put food in the press box next week.
Wherever we're at.
Pizzas.
Doesn't matter.
Couple pizzas, Roscoe. Hey, thank you all for tuning in.
Trips left. Snap. Taylor sets the throw.
Nice.
Nice catch by number 4. That's Haynes, but the ball lands on the ground, and it looks like the momentum may be shifting.
What are we going to call it? Was he down? A little fight over the ball right now.
Looks like Massie is going to recover the ball on the fumble. Massie ball, 35-yard line after the fumble by Bobo. It's going to shift the momentum back to the Falcons.
And a great catch to get the first down, and then just comes down and they jarred it out. Massie's motivated. They've been hitting hard this second half, and so nice to make that turnover battle 1-1 and even that out. Now got a
good point.
Got a nice short field, and they can march it down again. And before you know it, Big Mo's back over here on the Massie side.
Okay, so something I'm noticing already. This is now the second offensive series, and it looks like, if I'm correct, they're going to come out in double tights wishbone again.
Yeah.
So is there something that the Massie coaches saw?
Adjustment
and said, you know what, we're not going to spread that guy out anymore. We're not going to bring that defender outside of the box. We'll let them bring them all, 9 or 10 of them in the box, and we're just going to go man-to-man.
Nice
snap.
Adjustment.
Carter Frank opening in the middle, gets a little push there, but is brought down after about a 3, almost 4-yard gain. So Carter Frank getting the bulk of the carries here in the second half.
And nice push by the offensive line. Sometimes you throw those wrinkles in it. And, again, if they're looking for 34, they're looking for 6, you say, hey, let's give it to Carter Frank. And he said, you know, I will not be tonight. This is my night. And he's playing some good football.
Yeah, we're going to look and see if they're shifting the defense maybe over towards the Carson Van Hoos side. We do want to send a shout-out here. This is Jerry from Wichita Falls, Texas.
Hey.
Just listening tonight, but I'm probably stay up and watch the video. We appreciate you, and thank you very much. So we appreciate that shout-out, Jerry.
Texas.
Goes to Colton Trampler. He's able to bowl ahead for about a yard or 2. It's not going to be a big gain there, so Clinton-Massie is counting on that fullback to get him some yards. And right now in the second quarter and into the third quarter, it looks like they're definitely keying on Colton Trampler.
Yeah, they are. Third down, about 5. I want to give a shout-out to my mother-in-law, and I'm doing that because she gave me these nice gloves for Christmas that you can open your cell phone.
Yes.
And it's real nice. There's gloves they make outside that I can see who's texting in. And
love that technology.
Thank you, mother-in-law.
Double tights. Looks like a wishbone backfield. It's a 3rd and 6 here. Goes to Carson Van Hoos. He drops outside. He's going to roll ahead for a first down to the 20-yard line. So it seems like there's a little bit of a thought process here behind the carries for Carter Frank.
Yeah.
Give him to Frank, give him to Frank, give him to Frank, pop Van Hoos.
Yeah, and he had a nice opening by the offensive line.
He did.
But credit to a lot of these linebackers from McNick coming up and making that tackle to stop him from that home run play, because Van Hoos has home run potential every play. And so now he does roll forward for the first down on the 21-yard line, and Massey's rolling, but good credit to the McNick defense by making that stop there.
This time out of the double tights wishbone set into a split back. It goes to Carson Van Hoos. He's able to be met by a McNick defender, and that's 46 Molnar. Molnar with the tackle, and he's going to pop up with only about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and maybe that was McNick's game plan. You know, we've said it every week. You want to stop Massey, we'll stop the fullback. Well, we're going to stop the fullback.
Right.
So you give Carter Frank some touches there, and
better
he's making
figure
the
out
most
what
of
the
it.
next step is if you're
that's
Massey.
That's it.
Then.
Yeah, well, Massey, you've got a stable back there.
Right.
You got the Corvette, you got the F-350. So if one ain't working, you just give it to the other.
Have we come up with what Carter Frank is? I do like the Corvette. I like the F-350. So
he's a Tesla. He's a Tesla.
I like it. I like it. Colton Trampler with the ball. Drives his leg. Goes down, though, after a very short gain, maybe 3 yards at best. So it's going to be another 3rd and almost 6.
Yeah.
So we want to give some shout-outs. Go Falcons from Coach Phil and Sharon Larrick in Washington Courthouse. Go Falcons from JC, Matt, Izzy Griffin, and Janine and Ronnie Wallace on Webb Road in Wilmington, Ohio. The Shockies and Jaden say, let's go Massey.
Yeah, let's go.
We got a big what's up, go Massey from the Shockleys. Absolutely. Clinton-Massie coming back to the line of scrimmage here. Single receiver to the right, wishbone backfield. The snap. The toss to Carter Frank. He's going to be hit in the backfield and brought down by number 42.
Nice open field tackle.
That is number 42. We're going to get you a number.
He about shrugged that off, but barely got him down.
Dolan. Brogan Dolan's your guy there. He's been leading the game so far in tackles, and it looks like they're going to go for a field goal. The ball will be placed at the 29-yard line.
I like it.
You got 20 seconds left still for setting up.
Yeah, about 4th and 6 here, so not a bad time to try this and get a 10-point lead.
Ian McGinnis, this will be his second field goal attempt for the year. It's up.
Looks good.
No good to the left. It's no good to the left. It was.
Not plenty enough leg there. But, hey, that's enough to keep McNick and keep them here.
That's a swing back in momentum in McNick's favor by stopping the Massey offense. They're able to bring their offense back on the field with 4:32 left in the third quarter. We want to send a shout-out to Sam's Meats.
Yeah.
Football fans, shop by Sam's Meats in Wilmington, Ohio, and support a locally owned and operated business. Sam's Meats has fresh chicken, pork, beef, deli cheeses, and lunch meats. Their meat deals are a great way to buy meat in bulk, helping you save time and money. Dine in and enjoy homemade hot bar meals and grill items. Sam's Meats also offers catering, party trays, and homemade desserts. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. And EJ, you better not forget the bacon.
I always think about this, and I want to text my wife and say, hey, run to Sam's Meat. But maybe if they'll start opening Friday nights till about 10, Nice. Almost
McNick in the open field on the right. Pierce Taylor, he comes back into the field, and it's going to be a 38-yard line. And that's going to be
helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet contact. He put his helmet into the back of Pierce Taylor's head while he's already on the ground. No need to. He's already on the ground. So looks like it's going to be a penalty against Clinton-Massie, which is going to add yardage to a fantastic run.
Yeah, in games like this, you don't want to give any extra yards. But they're going to give him some, looks like.
Yeah, no extra yardage. It looks like they're talking for just a second to see who the penalty should be on and where they're going to march this off.
Waiting on the call here.
So it looks like they're going to move the ball
from the 38.
Yeah, it starts. It looks like the start of the march will be from the 38, and it's going to go against the Clinton-Massie Falcons.
He keeps marching. He's across the 50.
Yep, so they're going to rest the ball, and it looks like about the 42-yard line. So Clinton-Massie is going to have to bow their back on defense if they're going to stop this vaunted offense of the McNick Rockets, which looks like it's 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. That's going to be an empty backfield for Pierce Taylor, who had a very successful run, and then the penalty yardage on top of it brings it across the 50-yard line into Massey territory at the 47. Oh, looks like they're going to get a little bit of movement right there. So it looks like a jump by the McNick Rockets is going to cause, due to the motion, it looks like it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
We need that back, yeah.
It's going to be 1st and 15 now after this reset because of the penalty. So Clinton-Massie, again, has a lot to prove here on defense in order to stop this momentum that McNick has by making a stop on offense, even though there was a turnover. They were able to have no harm to that, which 21-14 is your score with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter. And Clinton-Massie sets their defense at now the 47-yard lines of McNick.
Yeah, good stop here is what Massey needs.
Ball runs to the right with Pierce Taylor. He finds an opening. I'm telling you, he just finds an opening always.
Patient, finds his block, but he's real shifty. And before you know it, you look up and he's got a 7 or 8 yards carry.
I mean, there's no wonder why this kid leads their offense in every category. I mean, he's a rusher.
He's quick.
And I will give credit to Ty Snyder for the rushing yards, but still has a ton of rushing yards. Leads them obviously in passing, and the offense definitely runs through number 8. There's no question.
And you said something earlier, when the quarterback runs as much as he does, you have to guard every part of the field.
Yep.
I mean, so you can't just, we got to watch what he's going to do with this. If we over pursue, leave the middle open, so you just got to be real careful. But, hey, good job so far by the Falcon defense with 3 minutes left in the third.
Under center goes Taylor. Fake to Snyder. Rolls to his left. Sets his feet. Leighton Bell jumps. Goes out of bounds on that catch, but it's not going to count because the catch was outside of the out of bounds mark there.
Leighton Bell was on him, and he just does a little fake just to get him in the air, and just extend the play a little bit longer. So Pierce is a great playmaker out there, but now we're leaving him in 3rd and 2. But nice penetration there by Bell to make him throw it away and out of bounds.
You can see why Coach said that this young man has grown as a quarterback, and what he meant by that was always been an athlete.
Yeah,
even started a few games as a freshman because of injury.
Yeah.
So now he's grown into the quarterback position as junior and senior year and really taken the time in order to learn the craft. So we are going to take a minute while we're stopping play. We want to thank Liberty Savings Bank. Liberty Savings Bank can save you time and money with historically low mortgage rates and state-of-the-art online banking. Our team appreciates the coaches, teachers, and administrators for the work they do today to build the leaders of tomorrow. We would like to thank our employees for their dedication to making our community great. Find out what we can do for you at libertysavingsbank.com.
Yeah. I always was thinking about that bacon, Matt. Sometimes I go back to that. I thought, maybe on Friday nights during football season, Sam's going to stay open until 10. So I can send the wife and say, hey, go get some bacon for that.
Got to get some bacon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, Massey's going to be looking for some bacon here on 3rd and 10. They're going to be looking to get this man down and force a punt.
3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Pierce Taylor gets it, sets his feet with pressure by Gavin Avey. He takes
Get him, Gavin.
This time the ball in the hands of, is that Wyatt Gear?
They're going to count that a catch. He bobbled it and held on to it. They're going to call it a catch.
It's a catch by Wyatt Gear. So a drag route across the field, right at the 31-yard line. Nice job. He had pressure from Gavin Avey and was able to complete that pass. So Clinton-Massie this time with the
piercing, I'd say.
Yeah, south end zone right behind him at about 32 yards from where the ball rests right now. Offense getting set for the McNick Rockets, 3 receivers to the right, Ty Snyder to the right, one tight end to the left. They snap. Snyder gets the ball. He finds an opening. He gets off to the side, but this time Carter Frank is able to bring him down before he gets too much momentum going.
Yeah.
It's going to be a quick 2-yard gain there.
Yeah, he's got a quick step. You can't usually takes more than one person. He's got a thick lower body, but gets a couple out of that. Nice tackle there by Frank.
Yeah, nice sized young man, and he's only a junior.
Yeah,
so
he'll be back.
Coach had mentioned, if he has the thought process to maybe try to play at the next level, he could. But if I remember the coach saying correctly, this young man is a 3-sport stud.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think baseball might have been told to me as his love. So snap.
Wow.
Lots of pressure. Now he's going to run underneath, but underneath that pressure comes number 41, Nate Wildermuth, with the tackle.
But did you see what Charlie Hale did there? Instead of penetrating, he just contained his end.
Just stopped and made sure that the play didn't go outside of him.
That's it, and keep him within a little adjustment there. Like, we're not going to penetrate. We're just going to keep him in the pocket, not let him run, because now they're worried about his running ability.
Yeah, Nate Wildermuth with a play there, and maybe a little conversation as he going. Some of the McNick players kind of pointed towards him, and he's able to get back over to his sideline before the laundry comes out. So 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Looks like Ty Snyder stays to the left for protection. Pierce Taylor calls for the ball. He gets the snap. Looks to his right, pulls the ball back down, looks to his left. Ty Snyder gets the catch, and he's going to be brought down at the 16-yard line, out of bounds. Looks like that play was made by Blake Ireland and Keegan Lamb.
You can tell the message coming out of half was just contain, because here comes the defensive line, and instead of pursuing, they kind of all stopped to make sure they stayed him in containment, but that gives them enough time to pass. Because sometimes they over-pursued, and then he runs, and obviously the field's open, but nice play there by Pierce again.
19 seconds on your play clock. 2 receivers are going to come out to the right in an I backfield with Snyder dotting the I. Pierce Taylor goes under center, gives it to Snyder. He's stopped. In fact, he's going to lose about a yard.
Wildermuth.
Clinton-Massie makes a big play, and Nate Wildermuth leading that charge.
Yeah, nice play there. Keep him. Going to set up a 2nd and 11. And
looks like all the success they've had has come from a spread formation. So I'm sure they're trying to catch them off guard, see something in that I backfield that maybe that the coaches see that they want to try to take advantage of. But they're immediately going to change back to 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Actually, now Ty Snyder comes out of the backfield to the left. So it's going to be an empty backfield. He's going to call the play from the line. Pierce Taylor sets his offensive protection. Motion by Bobo.
Little movement.
Looks like a little movement means we're going to have false start against the McNick Rockets.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them on 2nd and 11 already, making a 2nd and 16.
6 seconds left on your clock.
Yeah.
So it looks like the third quarter may come to an end just on this play. So we have a 21-14 lead by the Clinton-Massie Falcons, but the McNick Rockets are driving, and they're going to let the play not happen and just in the third quarter with the momentum clearly on the McNick Rocket side.
Dial up a play at 2nd and 16 here.
We want to send a shout out to Diamondback Wildlife Extraction. Diamondback Wildlife Extraction. Hearing noises in your attic, seeing holes appear under your deck, porch, or building before major damage begins, call Diamondback Wildlife Extraction for a full inspection. We are a locally owned wildlife removal business. Once we solve your problem, we can do a full exclusion to prevent wildlife from further damaging your home. We are the answer to your problem. Call us at 937-302-6372 or check us out on Facebook at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction. We strike back.
They strike back.
Roscoe's Pizza. Roscoe's Pizza offers over 45 specialty pizzas made with fresh ingredients, including their famous pickle pie, with 2 convenient locations in Corwin and beautiful downtown New Vienna. We are a locally owned business and enjoys the supporting charitable causes, and even names many of our pizzas after neighboring communities such as the Harvey's Burger or Midland Chicken Parm. Place an order online, by phone, or become a driver at either location to enjoy a Roscoe's slice of life. Holdren Builders. Holdren Builders since 1989. We build homes, decks, pool barns, log cabins, outbuildings, and do remodeling projects. Whatever your needs may be, big or small, we've got you covered. Our team even does custom work as well. Call Cowboy Joe.
Cowboy Joe.
For estimates at 937-725-6115. So saddle up, Come ride with us.
Come ride with us.
Good old Cowboy Joe. McNick Rockets now to start the fourth quarter with 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left, means an empty backfield for Pierce Taylor. He does bring Ty Snyder back into the backfield.
Fakes.
They fake to him. He's able to spin off of 1 tackle, but he's brought down. It looks like they were set up there at about 15 yards for the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and maybe 12 or 13.
Yeah, he's still got about 3rd and 13 at least to go here, and it's a big play call for both the Falcons and McNick.
Without a lot of field goal tries this year, I would assume that you're in 2-down territory.
Yeah, I would say so.
4-down territory or 2 downs.
You're on
to
the
go.
20 or 19 here. Yeah.
Pierce Taylor calls and pushes his receiver out to the right. He moves another receiver. That's Bobo. That's going to be 3 receivers plus a running back to his right. He's going to step, plant his foot, throw into the end zone, but it's over the head.
Yeah, a little high.
Yep, over the head of the receiver in the backfield. Looks like that was Jay Dietz. Dietz, that ball was just a little bit
and
too tall.
Not too much because he's a pretty tall receiver there, but
nice
good throw,
man.
just a little over the top there, and 4th down.
So as we said, on the field stays the McNick offense. Looking to the sideline for the play call is Pierce Taylor. If you're McNick, this is absolutely the right call in the fourth quarter with 11-12 left after an incomplete pass. That clock is stopped. 21-14 is your score for Clinton-Massie up at this point. But McNick driving with 4th down, and they're going to need 14, so it's not just about getting to the end zone. Right side has 4 receivers. Taylor looks to the right. He's got tons of time. The throw goes, and the catch goes to number 2. That's Ty Snyder with an unbelievable catch on the right side, sideline.
Yeah.
What a throw.
Yeah, and the defense gave him time just to contain him. They gave him time, and then he puts a throw on the money, and the receiver goes up and makes the catch, and now we're looking at 1st and goal for the Rockets.
You know, if you're Clinton-Massie, you've got to be thinking maybe there's too much time given to that
That's
young
it. And
man.
finally, one of them might have been Frank
pressure.
that just said, I'm going to come in like a missile and put pressure on you, and with that pressure, he threw it.
What a great
just a little
pass.
bit too much time
What a
there.
great pass and great catch by Ty Snyder. So he is to the left of Pierce Taylor. They all run left, including Pierce Taylor. Almost stopped in the backfield. He pushes another man off of him. He falls and goes out of bounds this time after what looks like to be no gain. So it looks like they may even lose half a yard there.
Wildermuth about had him, with quite a loss there, but he kind of escaped that. You might call him the escape artist, the way he plays, and you'll see that when you watch it. But got him, and they losing some yards. So now 2nd and 7, lost a little yardage on that. Good job by the Massie D. Looking a little tired there, hands on the hips, but that's expected with McNick sustaining some long drives.
I would
here.
have to think the time of possession is well in the favor of the McNick Rockets
and that
with
is
that long drive. Yeah,
that is out of our character. Usually we're the ones with the long possession.
Ty Snyder dotting this offset eye. The fake goes to him, but Pierce Taylor rolls out to the right. The throw in the back of the end zone is over the head of the receiver. So that's going to make it 3rd down, and after a loss of 3 on the first play, it's going to be 3rd and goal from, it looks like, the 7 or 8 yard line.
So when I see this kid, I see earlier in the game a 4th and 10 down here, and he makes the pass. I see here on 4th and 13, he makes the pass. This kid's got it on 4th down. It's no difference to him whether it be 4th or 1st down.
Yeah, it seems like he's a pressure guy. He likes the pressure. He's waving off his other receivers to get off the field so he can see the offensive call by the signals of the coach. He takes that back into the end zone. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The snap, he gets it off, and Snyder spins, and touchdown, McNick.
Matt, we got football game.
Absolutely. Wonderful run by Ty Snyder. Now, I will give credit to Coach. The coach, Orlando, called this during the week when I spoke to him in the interview. He really felt like Ty Snyder was going to be a tough get for the Clinton-Massie defense, and right now seems like he's correct.
Yeah, shifty running back, makes a couple cuts, and there's a lot of toughness out of this team. About all these players can shed that first tackler.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, kudos to him.
Looks like the point after attempt's going to come. High snap. Ball's kicked. It's up.
Got it.
It's good.
Wow.
So we want to send a couple shout-outs as we set for the kickoff here. Papal Zeke Zantini, yes, from Christmas Tree Farm at Tappan Lake.
Go get you a Christmas tree.
Great nail-biting first half Falcons, but the four-headed monster in high gear. Hopefully this second half, go Falcons. Carter Frank is hot tonight.
Yes, he is.
The Shockleys and Jaden again say, let's go. Finish strong, Falcons. Your neighbors from Settlemyre Industries Incorporated.
All
we
right.
appreciate them checking in. Our neighbors are right down the road. So Clinton-Massie sets up their kickoff return. Again, do you have the fortitude, the intestinal fortitude to try for a kick or a squib kick maybe?
They've been doing it, and we getting the ball around the 40 every time, 40,
Gotcha.
41-yard line. So I'd say they're going to try to pin them deep with their defense, but
not a chance that they're doing it on sides here?
you're going to do that squib and maybe see if we can do something,
right,
but I don't think they're going to do it onside. I wouldn't think with 10:42 left, plenty of time left. One thing I talked about on the drive down here is we talked about this quarterback, but I want to talk about Cody Zantini. This kid has been, incredible quarterback, but he is – he's
got you all choked up is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah, but, you see a lot of senior leadership out of him. You see this kid who can run this offense. I want my offense run through Cody Zantini right now. He's a senior, and he has grown and just playing phenomenal football.
So the referee had a little trouble with his shoe, so he's able to get that fixed. And while we're doing that, we want to say the Elliott Street Boutique is a new women's clothing boutique specializing in casual apparel and accessories for the everyday woman. Elliott Street opened last Friday, November 12th, just in time for holiday shopping. Visit us on Instagram, Facebook, and our website, ElliottStreetBoutique.com. I was able to speak to the owner of Elliott Street Boutique, and she was appreciative for her 365 views and $800 worth of sales on the first Friday. So we appreciate the listeners supporting that. It looks like Carter Frank's going to get the ball at the 15-yard line. He's got a couple blocks ahead of him. He goes down at the 35-yard line. So we're going from the 15 to 35, a good 20-yard return. So 2 first downs are given back to the Clinton-Massie Falcons on that return. As a cold night sets in, you got to think with 10:36 left in the fourth quarter that that everybody's starting to get a little bit sore, a little bit tired. It seems like who's going to give first with 21-21 as your score,
or it might be who has the ball last. The way these teams are scoring.
We said that at the end of the first half that it might be who has the ball last. Although McNick did a great job stopping the offense of Clinton-Massie after a missed field goal attempt. So McNick with all the momentum on their side after tying the game up. This time Carson Van Hoos.
Nice.
This time he's open into the right-hand side of the line. He gets down at about the 42-yard line. That's going to be a successful first down run for Carson Van Hoos.
There you see why he gets 10 yards of carry. Actually, they're going to give him second down, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be second and about 2, it looks like.
Around that end, it looks like he got a little bit more, but a nice 8-yard run there by Van Hoos. You may see a good dose of him, but again, you got 3 running backs. Any one of them can carry the ball and having success tonight.
Yeah, if you're now Carson Van Hoos, you want the rock. Your touches haven't been very big in the first half. Going in with a pass this time, Colton Trampler takes the trap look, and he's able to get the first down run, which is going to push the ball across the 45 to the 46-yard line, moving the chains.
Now they got that receiver line back out. That last drive we saw those double tights.
Double tights, yeah.
And got the receiver out there, so it'll be interesting to see what we do here.
I'm also interested to see how Cody Zantini plays the clock at this point. So he knows he's got to eat a little bit of time so you can keep McNick from another long drive.
Tell me I'm overthinking this. With 9:40, I just get in the end zone right now.
True.
And I want the ball last. I want the ball last, though, because I think if you just give them 4 or 5 minutes, they could take the clock. But we'll see. Anyway, you just need to get in the end zone.
Carson Van Hoos with an opening. He finds a small opening, but he's going to be driven back quickly.
Both things about these defenses, they hit hard. These linebackers on both teams and defensive lines, they hit you hard.
So it looks like McNick Rockets are going to have an injured player. We'll take just a second and wait till that person's able to get up. So while we're doing that, we're going to send one more shout-out to Crystal Duncan Realtor. Crystal Duncan Realtor of Keller Williams Pinnacle Group. Invite you to give her a call for all your real estate needs, whether buying or selling land, new construction, residential, commercial. With 24 years of experience in the business, she shall help you achieve all of your dreams. Crystal's a Massey grad, next school board member, so the community means a lot to her. Give Crystal a call today at 937-725-5097. Crystal Duncan, your hometown realtor, where every deal is crystal clear.
Crystal clear. Got a 2nd and 5 here, looks like, for the Falcons.
Setting up with
right on the 50, looks
off-balance line to the left, tight end to the right. Ball goes to Carter Frank. Just a small opening, but he's going to be met pretty quickly in the hole there. McNick is doing a really good job. When they see certain formations, it looks like they kind of know what's coming.
Yeah, they do. And leaves about a third and little less than a yard here. So this should be able to convert on this third and a short one here for the Falcons. But again, they're just going to take their time with now 8:44 left and just chew up this clock the best they can.
Third down and 1.
So it looks like 3rd and 1 is your set. Colton Trampler behind Cody Zantini. Motion goes to Carter Frank.
Yep, first down.
First down with some yardage afterwards for Colton Trampler. Lane Schultz with an excellent block.
Excellent blocking there and excellent push there by Trampler. Is he a little gimpy maybe? Trampler just maybe a little bit.
I didn't see him get up and
walking
move,
back to the huddle maybe a little bit. But like you said, on a cold night like this,
everything's sore at this point.
Sore.
In fact, I haven't even played in the game, and my feet are sore. So, yeah.
I haven't even played in the game, and I see these guys, none of them with any long sleeves.
No. McSorley wouldn't allow that. Absolutely
Oh, it's not allowed.
Yeah,
that's a rule,
that's
folks.
That's not his style.
Remember the game in the snow? I see it on YouTube from years ago in one of the championship games. There they are in the snow.
Yeah, that was in the championship game against Youngstown Cardinal Mooney. Ball goes to Trampler.
Go, baby.
Bobbing and weaving a little bit, but he stopped. In fact, it's going to be for maybe 1-2 yards at most, and it seems like they have at this point in the second half Colton Trampler's number.
Yeah, I mean, they're keying on him. That should open something up around the end, and so we wouldn't be surprised to see a run here, maybe a fake, and then see if we can get that speed opened up around the end.
And I haven't seen Cody Zantini pull the ball on an option in a while. You don't know if his left wrist is banged up too bad or if that big hit that he took in the first half.
But I tell you what, Zantini's a gamer, and he's going to do anything in the regional finals here to win this game. 7:20 left here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. We want to get a quick shout-out to 77 grad Kenneth Hernandez. Kenneth Hernandez, we appreciate you listening and watching.
Little timeout action.
They're going to call a timeout. Clinton-Massie is going to call a timeout. And while we have a timeout for Clinton-Massie, we want to make sure you know that, as always, thanks for tuning in. To stay up to date to all your broadcasts, upcoming or archive, make sure you like the Campus Nation Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Campus Nation, it may be cold outside, but our broadcast schedule is red hot. Check out the Campus Nation website on Sunday as Xavier University and The Ohio State University club hockey teams face off at the Ice House in Columbus. The puck drops at 11 a.m. If you're looking to gain exposure and engagement for your business, becoming a sponsor for Campus Nation is a great opportunity to do so. Contact Rick Phillips at 937-527-6674 to sign up or to message the Campus Nation Facebook page for more information. We appreciate Rick Phillips sticking with us all year long and our sponsors as well to be able to give this as a free, at this point, audio broadcast and eventually a video broadcast as well.
When you get this deep in the playoffs, there's some companies that own the rights to the visuals, and so you can't just. So we're glad to be here, and a lot of people tuning in. So
McNick faithful getting all fired up from the McNick cheerleaders, doing a good job. This time double tights. Carter Frank is met in the backfield, but he's able to drive his legs ahead, and a good hard run by Carter Frank.
Hey, that's a lot of grit there.
3rd and 2 is going to be where the ball is going to rest there. Carter Frank easily hitting the backfield, and I'm telling you,
almost took a loss.
McNick knows what's coming.
Yeah,
they know what's coming with the double tight look. They know what play's coming. Clinton-Massie's going to have to decide what's the next step after this.
But hats off to Carter Frank for putting this team on his back tonight, and he was caught in the backfield, and he just marched for 6 yards straight to give them a short 3rd and 2 down here on the 31-yard line.
You can see the air puffing out of the backfield of Clinton-Massie on a cold night. Carson Van Hoos with an opening. He's met, but it looks like he's going to be running a first down run on 3rd down, so it's going to be by 2 yards that he's past the line of to gain. Yeah,
the biggest thing is to move the chains, and they're taking up a lot of clock right now in this drive, and I think they want to continue to take that. So, again, they're okay with 4 or 5 yard gains as long as they keep moving the chains and get in the end zone at the end of the drive.
So Blake Ireland's going to bring the play in, which sends Lex Russell out, the second tight end. So Blake Ireland gives the play to Cody Zantini. The snap, the offensive line sets up at the line of scrimmage, which is the 27-yard line. We're going into the south end zone closest to the road. Colton Trampler gets the ball. It's handed off, and with a small gain of about 3 or 4 hard, tough yards, he's able to get the ball down to the 24-yard line.
Tough runs, yards is right. You know, when we first started this game and we went up 13-0 quickly, I thought, well, this may be one-sided. But a lot of credit to McNick and this coaching staff for adjusting to this Massie team. And you can tell they're prepared. Besides that 75-yard run there, haven't give up a lot of big plays at all besides that one.
That's why they're 11-1. They beat Highlands. They beat Alter.
They're doing a lot right.
They're doing a lot of things right. So you can see that now as they set up here, tight end right, double slot, the motion, the pitch to Carter Frank. He's outside of the hash and is able to get almost a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 this time.
That clock.
He just keeps eating up clock. So we are now at 4.5 minutes on this drive, and it's at the 19-yard line, moving left to right eventually on your TV screen.
4:54 left right now as the clock continues to run. 25-second clock just starts, so they're going to run this down in the 4:30s and get this play off.
And if you're Cody Zantini, you're looking over the sideline to say, hey, Coach McSurley, I just saw him. Coach McSurley held his right hand up to wait for that back judge to make the call. Zantini with the snap, Carter Frank with the run, and it's going to be a first down on 3rd down, which is going to continue to move the chains and eat more clock.
I got a question for you, coaching question. You've coached football.
I have, 12 years.
If you're the defense and you kind of got a feeling Massey's going to punch it in, is there ever a point you say just let him get in so we can get the ball back?
Potentially at this level, no. I mean, you're hoping that at a high
somebody
school,
makes a stop.
Yeah, exactly. A high school game, you're thinking somebody could fumble.
But it wouldn't be a wrong move.
No, they got a couple plays where they could go and maybe get caught in the backfield, or no. At this point, you're going to try to make the stop or hold them to a field goal.
Because we're not a minute and a half yet. We're right about 4.
Yeah, you still got plenty of time. With an offense like McNick has, they can score in 4 minutes. So double tights. Ball goes to Carson Van Hoos. He finds an opening, but it's going to be a small one and not a large gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards, and the tackles are coming aplenty for the McNick Rockets.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like a big game, but before you know it, it's a 4 or 5 yard game with this push of this offensive line, and got the ball now on the 11-yard line. So now, ball on the 11, you only have a few more plays you can run in this drive with about 3:35 left.
A heavy trudge for the Clinton-Massie offense coming off of the field is Jackson Klein for the McNick Rockets, who's been in on a ton of tackles this game. Congrats to that young man having a great game. So led on the way by Brogan as your leading tackler, but it looks like Suttles is also high on that list as well. The snap goes to Colton Trampler. He does find an opening. He bowls 2 or 3 people over, and he lands at the 1-yard line. He's going to go down to the 1.
Yep, nice run. You made a good point. This quarterback doesn't need a lot of time. A minute on the clock, he can work the sideline, work that field. They have 3 timeouts left. McNick does. Clinton-Massie has 2. So first down, they're going to run the clock down and try to punch this in, Matt.
Yeah, Suttles as well on that tackle. So that man is all over the field at this point. So coming into the just coming and getting the play was Cody Zantini from his sideline. They're going to keep that double tight looks. It looks like.
Secure the ball. Get it in the end zone, guys.
Yep, it's going to be a wishbone backfield. The snap, Trampler up the middle, and a score for Massie.
There it is. Boy, that's Massie football, quintessential Massie football. A nice long drive, 4 or 5 yards a carry. There you go.
7 minutes. Exactly.
Yes.
2:36 to 9:36 to 2:36.
Yep.
A 7-minute drive by Clinton-Massie.
Right.
Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle.
And you're right, but that leaves a lot. I mean, that's plenty of time for McNick.
Absolutely. 2:36 left in your 4th quarter with Massie going up 27-21. This extra point, very important. Ian McGinnis gets the kick up, and it's through. So at this point, it's in the hands of the McNick offense. McNick offense, Pierce Taylor, who has done a fantastic job. That young man has been all over the place. He's had a great game. So Clinton-Massie will set up to kick off at the 40-yard line. They're going to be going left to right on their coverage team. The kickoff return group is out on the field for McNick, and this is where playoff football gets a whole lot more funner.
2:36 left in the game, 21-28. Massie with the lead. Man, it's fun. If you're a football fan, this is a good game.
Yes, and yes, I did say funner.
Funner.
As a superintendent, I still said funner.
It's funner.
Yeah. So at this point, the hands of Pierce Taylor could be the reason that McNick either ties or takes the lead against Clinton-Massie with 2:36 left in the fourth quarter.
This is fun, folks.
Here at what used to be Pat Mancuso Stadium, but I believe it's now Jake Sweeney Field. So it's Jake Sweeney Stadium and Pat Mancuso Field.
That's how they do it these days, right? Get all them sponsors.
Yeah, ball goes to Wyatt. It's driven all the way back to the 5. The opening is on the left-hand hash. He is brought down by, looks like, is that Dawson Conley? It looks like Dawson Conley is able to bring him down there. So nice play on the kickoff coverage team. So it looks like we're going to have a 71-yard field, 2:30 left on the clock. Plenty of time for this offense. Now you have to think, what is Massey's thought process where pressuring Taylor?
We're going to see. Do you just contain him and give him time?
They've done a lot of containing, and obviously he's done a great job bringing this team back to a 21-28
personally, but
deficit.
They don't pay me the big bucks to coach, but I like pressure on a quarterback.
Coming across the field is Bobo. That's going to be 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. In the backfield is Gear to give protection. This time Taylor's going to run. He goes to the left. Charlie Hale is pushing him out.
Keep him in bounds. Nice.
Keep him in bounds. Nice play by Carter Uten. So it's going to be a 1-yard gain on that first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 to start this next play.
Nice play for Carter Uten to come back. Keep him contained. Keep him in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
Charlie Hale doing a nice job. We got to give some credit to Charlie Hale. Charlie Hale is playing on a bum foot. He is doing a great job to stay on the outside of that play with a hurt foot.
Yes.
So trips,
tape it up and get on out there.
Yeah, that's what he said he's going to do. Trips right, single receiver left. The snap, the throw, out of bounds goes Dietz. Nice play.
Yeah. You're working, getting a couple yards here, about a 4 or 5 yard catch. Maybe not that much, about 3 yards. But nonetheless, you're at one point you're going to have to get a bigger chunks than these 2 or 3 yards with a 150 left.
Still got plenty of time. They're 150, 28-21 is your score in the fourth quarter.
3 timeouts left.
3 timeouts, so they've got plenty of time. If they do happen to take something in the middle of the field, they can easily take a timeout and then reset their offense. So looks like 2 receivers to the right. A third one is going to go right behind the line of scrimmage. Pierce Taylor calls for the ball. The snap goes to Ty Snyder. He gets the ball. He's met this time, but it's going to be
just enough.
Looks like a first down run there. Yeah, I think they're going to give him. They're going to give him. No, actually, they're calling.
Wow.
They're calling a fourth down.
Yeah, you go for this. Minute 34, clock is running. Wow. No measurement either.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
And McNick
wants to get to the line of scrimmage quickly. The snap over top. Yeah, he got the first down there. So nice job there. So immediately he's able to get the first down on that snap, and they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, kind of lets that pile for him, then kind of goes to the right.
But one thing about that play is it is going to eat up some clock because they had the ball in bounds, and when they tackle them in bounds, other than moving the chains, that stops the clock for just about 3 to 4 seconds. Now the clock is going to tick again at 1:15. So with 1:15, 1:13 left now.
You got to pass the ball, yeah. You got to start spread.
2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Single running back to the right of Pierce Taylor. Pierce Taylor snaps, sets his feet. Number 8 runs to the right, looking for an open receiver. He can't find one. He goes out of bounds with that, and that's a nice play by Pierce Taylor to stop the clock with 55 seconds left.
He just throws it away. Containment there out of the Massey
live
defensive
to play
line.
Another day.
Yep.
Another down, absolutely. Nice job by Pierce Taylor. I'm telling you, I'm impressed with this kid.
Yeah, he's scrappy.
He's a nice player. Nice
Yes,
player. I can see why the coach just says what he's grown into this year. Excellent job. Number 8 leading his offense out of the huddle. It's going to be 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass that he purposely put out of bounds so he can save some time on the clock. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right, so he's going to have an empty backfield. The snap. Pressure by the offense, but defense, a long ball. Carter Frank up in the air. He knocks the ball down.
Nice defense. Way to not get any penalty. And
he
went off his shoulder pad and in the air and couldn't bring it down, but nice play to set up 3rd and 10 with 48 seconds left.
I'll tell you, it was a tough pass. It was actually double coverage, and Carter Frank absolutely had the inside leverage of that. So, instead of being able to pick it off, he was able to knock it down, which causes 3rd and 10. The ball is set at the 41-yard line. We're going to move right to left on eventually your TV screen. Leighton Bell pumping up his defensive players, say, let's go, let's get some pressure here. And I'll tell you what, I was a little bit surprised. I thought Leighton Bell did some great pressure there and got, pinned down to the ground by the offensive line, but they didn't see it as a holding call. The snap to Pierce Taylor to the right. The play goes, and this time it's going to go down to the ground because he's his receiver and him are not quite on the same page there.
Fourth down and 10 to go. But on the last 2 fourth downs, let's remember this quarterback is converted. And so when you got a mobile quarterback that can throw, but I'm telling you, the Massie fans are into it. It's kind of quiet over here on the McNick side.
Joey Baca looked like he was wide open running a seam route there, but they're just not on the same page with Taylor. So it looks like with 17 seconds, 16 seconds, they're thinking about what play to run. 13 seconds. I'm assuming they're going to take a timeout here. Yeah, that's why Pierce Taylor's over on the sideline. He tells his players to just chill out for a second. We're going to take a second, call a timeout.
It's a big game here, folks.
44 seconds left. 28-21 is your score as Clinton-Massie tries to hold against the McNick Rockets with 44 seconds left. What do you see McNick wanting to do on 4th and 10? At this point, it's all about getting that first down. You don't have to necessarily try to punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, you're going to bring Pierce. You might roll him out possibly. It looks like Massey's just keeping to contain him, trying to contain him here. So I think you're putting it in good hands. He's converted the last 2 4th and 10s he's had, so and 4th and long. So we're just going to try to stay warm as it's a little nippy up here, keeping that body moving.
Starting to feel the cold just a little bit here in Pat Mancuso Field at Jake Sweeney Stadium. We appreciate those of you that are joining, and Clinton-Massie McNick Rocket football in the playoffs regional finals, 11-1 Clinton-Massie versus 11-1 McNick Rockets. The play comes
That's what it's all about, Matt.
Sideline. Exciting moment here for both teams. Looks like the defense calls out their movement, trips right, single receiver left. There is a running back in the backfield. Looks like he's going to fly left. He's going to be followed. The ball's going to be caught.
He got it.
It's going to be a first down. It is going to be at midfield. Bobo with the catch, 38-39, but the clock stops as they move the chains. They're immediately going to get to the line of scrimmage. They're going to clock it.
36 seconds left.
So that's the second time they've been able to clock the ball before the chains are set. Usually the referees don't let you do that, but that's fine.
He found the opening spot there. That soft spot in the defense, and a nice catch by Bobo to bring it in. When all the pressures, that's his 3rd, 4th down completion. I said you can't count this kid out. Massey's going to try to keep in front of him with 36 seconds left here, guys.
36. They're going to call this a second down due to the spike. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. The running back goes out of the backfield. The play goes this time. Charlie Hale knocks the ball down, but we were hoping he would have caught the ball as an interception, but he knocks the ball down to win, play another down here. So 3rd and 10 is going to be your play as we reset the ball at the 46-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 10. Woo! But with Pierce, he converts a lot of 4th downs.
Yeah. He knows it's, we got 2 downs to get what I need, 10 yards. He said that's no problem. He's going to set his offense. He makes one last call at the line of scrimmage. Moves his receiver Bobo to the left. It's going to be 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Pierce sets his feet, throws a nice ball, and over top, the catch is by Bobo. Wow. That's why he's the second leading receiver in the GCL. So he catches the ball in the middle. They're going to reset the clock. This time he's going to spike it.
They're not even setting the.
Yeah, they're not even setting the chains. Again, that means it's going to go second down immediately. 2nd and 10 is going to be.
25 seconds.
Yeah, with 25 seconds left. So you're going to look at time, but you don't have to worry about the distance because you can definitely get in the end zone from the 29-yard line. So Clinton-Massie bowing their back just a little bit, trying to keep them out of the end zone to stop this drive by McNick. 28-21 is your score. You're seeing fantastic, or you eventually will see, fantastic football going on here. The McNick Rockets at 11-1 come into Pat Mancuso Stadium against the 11-1 Clinton-Massie Falcons. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Taylor snaps. He's got plenty of time to run. Now he's going to get outside of the tackle box. He's waiting for an open receiver, and the ball goes to Ty Snyder, and he catches it. What an unbelievable catch by Ty Snyder. Unbelievable. 15 seconds left. Clinton-Massie had 2 defenders on him. He reached over top of one of them and was able to bring that ball in. Massie has no answer for this passing game right now.
Piercing our soul.
Unbelievable job by Taylor. Taylor sets his feet, throws a beautiful pass to Ty Snyder.
And he kind of catches it and puts his feet in the
over
knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, he caught it over top of a defender. So at this point, it's 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Pierce Taylor snaps the ball, sets his feet, goes to the right, and is able to
Down
catch, but it's down at the 1 yard line with 8 seconds left.
Wow, what a game.
They call a timeout. So McNick calls a timeout. It's going to be on the 1 yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Clinton-Massie with another pass given up that gets down to the 1 yard line. So Clinton-Massie is going to have to decide what they do here for their defense with 8 seconds left, so you can definitely get 2 plays in, especially if you're going to throw the ball, but you're only about 1.5 yards out at this point.
Let me say this. I've seen some great playoff football down here at Princeton. They've hosted a lot of playoff games. I've seen Kings against Chaminade Julian and Javon Ringer that played at Michigan State and went on to play in the pros. I've seen a lot of good playoff football. This is going to be one of those nights. And you remember that night at Princeton, McNick against Clinton-Massie, and it went down to the last second. This is one of those games, and it's fun to be a part of. It's going to be a lot funner with a Massie win here. It's going to be, let's just drop that funner in there again. It's going to be a lot more fun if Massie can pull this out, but what a game, Matt.
Just no answer for the passing attack of McNick. And what's interesting is Massie has seen a lot of passing through the year, and they've held some of the best passers, especially in the SBAC, to the lowest totals all year for completion rates and yardage. And this Pierce Taylor is just carving them up.
He's electric. He's electric.
Nice job.
And he's big time when it counts.
2nd down. The snap. The pass.
No good. He drops
Carter
it.
Uten snaps the ball down into the end zone, so that's going to give 3 seconds off of the clock. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. So smartly, the McNick coaches knew if I got a pass that goes incomplete, I've still got 2 downs to go, and I've got 5 seconds left on the clock.
5 seconds. You may get 2, but you definitely have 1. So you treat this as a coaching staff as the last play. You may squeak out a little bit more, but right now they are on the 1 yard line with 5 seconds left, 28-21, folks.
The nose of the ball actually resting over the 1 yard line, so they need less than 1 yard. And you got to think if they give it to Ty Snyder, he's got to be able to bowl into the end zone there.
No good.
No good.
1 second on the clock.
Oh, wow. You've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Wow, that
was designed. Quick release, get it out of your hands, see if we can drop one more play.
Wow. I just, that's a great play by the defense of Clinton-Massie. So they're going to reset the ball at the 1 yard line. They're going to need another, it looks like they're going to call a timeout. McNick's going to kind of call a timeout. 1 second left, 28-21 is your score.
I'm rolling out with him, and if he's got the legs to get it
Run
in,
it.
I'm not just making this a one-dimensional game. I'm saying I'm giving him the option, roll him out. And if it's there, but if I'm Massie, I like this pressure the last couple. Just instead of saying contain, we've kind of went like you're going to have to beat us with your arm, and guess what he's doing? He's beating them with their arm as they contain him in the pocket.
Yeah, I think on the 1 yard line, you don't have a ton of room to run unless you're coming straight ahead. So you might as well bring some pressure at this point if you're Clinton-Massie and try to get him to either move off of his spot or try to eat up too much time. So at this point, this is your last play. It's 21-21. If they score, there'll be an untimed down for the extra point, which I assume. If I'm guessing, McNick's going to go for 2. I think they want to. Oh yeah, I think they want to win it and say we're out of here. But that's my opinion. We'll see.
I don't like that, Matt.
Yeah, we'll see what Clinton-Massie can do here. It is 4th down on the 1 yard line, and it's actually resting just ahead of the 1 yard line, closest to the goal line. Whoa, Nelly! Here we go. So an I backfield. Ty Snyder, Pierce under center. The snap. He's down.
What a call. We're waiting on the call.
Touchdown!
Oh, my!
Ty
Snyder. It took a while.
Yes, it did, but they're going to call him across the line or in the end zone line, and it's going to be a touchdown for McNick. And like I said, I think they're going for 2. Yep, they're not.
There's an old saying. It says no risk it, no biscuit.
That's right. I think they know right now all momentum is headed in their direction. They're definitely going to say we're going to end this game right now. So
how big is that 2-point conversion earlier in the game that we converted?
Yeah, huge. Because if they wanted to, they could have kicked it, and this game would have been over. So, So right now, 28-27 is your score. The call comes in from the sideline.
Don't go breaking our hearts, McNick.
And this is all that you're going to have right here. The entire game, an untimed down, rests on this play. A 2-point conversion is what you're going to have for Pierce Taylor getting the snap. He's going to run to the left-hand side. He's going to see an opening, and he's going to go out of bounds. He's hit out of bounds. No, he does not score.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Massie wins.
Let's go.
Massie wins. Massie wins.
Yeah, baby. Wow.
What a play by the defense. Clinton-Massie pushing the guy out of bounds right at the last moment. There looks like a couple McNick players that are down. So we're going to check on those McNick players, but this play stands and this game should be over.
A Massie win, 28-27 as it stands, and it looks like it is going to be a Massie win. They're making sure everybody's healthy on over here as a couple of McNick players gets dusted up here, but wow.
Yeah, it looks like they've got
Was no good.
no good, so that is official. The Clinton-Massie Falcons will win the regional championship and move on to the state semifinals. 28-27 is your score. We are going to take a moment and make sure everybody is okay. It looks like there's actually a player down for Clinton-Massie. That it's not McNick that has a player down. It's Massie that has a player down.
Is that Zantini? Or
it is. It is Cody Zantini. So Cody Zantini is going to be holding his arm and taking off the sideline here. So we hope both teams are okay. But congratulations to the Clinton-Massie Falcons. A wonderfully played game by both teams. Congrats to both teams. Hold your head up high, both sides of the ball. Nice job by Clinton-Massie to end this on the 2-point conversion. They pushed the ball out of bounds.
Defensive stand by the Falcons.
The win by Clinton-Massie. The win by Clinton-Massie, they're going to go ahead and clap up, and tons of respect being given by the Clinton-Massie sideline. Wow. Pierce Taylor, what an awesome player and an awesome job he did tonight. So congrats to the McNick Rockets, who finished the season at 11-2 as Massie moves on at 12-1 as the regional champions. Congrats to them. As we look over some total offense, look at this offense. Outgained by McNick, 349 to 327. 62 plays of offense by the McNick Rockets, only 50 for Clinton-Massie. Yards per play was pretty even. 202 passing yards for McNick, 0 for Massie. 327 yards rushing and 147 for McNick.
Wow.
So if you're looking at a stat sheet, you're looking at what could be a loss for Massie, but a tremendous defensive play at the end stops a 2-point conversion.
Man, it feels like all the momentum ended on this side, but we ended with the win. It's incredible.
Yeah.
One play we stopped them, and it was enough as they went for 2. And now you got to get back up. Like, hey, the last quarter, they came and did their thing. But as you look at the stats, Colton Trampler with 130 yards on 17 carries. Carter Frank, 127 on 15 carries, 8.5 yards a carry. Carter Frank said, tonight's my night.
Yep.
Van Hoos with 14 for 62. You can tell they were keying on Carson. Never could get to that second level as he normally does, but Colton Trampler did get to that second level on that 75-yard run.
Yeah, we want to make sure and check on Cody Zantini
as we can
as quick as possible. So Clinton-Massie does move on in the regional championship with a successful win here on a 2-point conversion stop. 28-27 will be your final score. Congrats to the McNick Rockets. They did a great job, and it was a great game. I can't help but notice even on the defensive side, Nate Wildermuth with a game of his life, 12 tackles.
And you had to have that in a game like this because it could have ended up the other way. What a
11
game.
solo
That's
tackles.
Impressive.
I mean, he's playing out of his head.
Yes,
Braden Roth
he
with
is.
3, Carter Frank with 4, Keegan Lamb with 4 as well. Congratulations again to Clinton-Massie, who will accept their trophy as the regional finals here in just a second. Finalists in the game would be McNick Rockets as well, as they come and finish second in the region, and hats off to them. Excellent job by the McNick Rockets. It was a wonderful game, and like you said, EJ, it looked like at the beginning things weren't going the way of the Rockets, and the Falcons were getting ready to kind of pour some stuff on. Congrats to them.
Yes.
Congrats to their coaching staff. They did a great job pushing to say, hey, we're going to be in this game and stay here. Clinton-Massie Falcons accepting the regional championship as McSurley holds his trophy up.
They won it by inches, literally.
Inches.
Nice game, Massie.
Congrats to Clinton-Massie Falcons for the win and the regional championship, which they've wanted to get back to here in the last couple of years, getting knocked out last year by the Wyoming Cowboys. So not only beating the Cowboys last week was a kind of a feeling of revenge, but also to be able to take down the Rockets, and congrats to them, a great year.
Yes.
But the regional championship will go to Clinton-Massie, and they will face more than likely one of two opponents, if I were to guess, and I don't have any stats to back this up or let you know who's playing, but I think Van Wert could come out of the Northwest. I could see Bloom Carroll coming out of the Southeast. So if you'll give us just a second, in fact, I'd like to update.
Once again, we'd like to thank you for coming
I'd like to
out.
update that right now. So it looks like Bloom
Team supporters.
Carroll is up 14-3. Actually, it's a final. It's 14-3 final.
Oh, wow.
So they beat St. Clairsville.
Wow.
And then it looks like Van Wert was who we could also play if they come out of the region. Oh, Port Clinton pours it on Van Wert 49-21.
Oh, wow.
So we are either going north to meet Port Clinton somewhere in the middle, or we're going east to meet Bloom Carroll. And I will say, if anybody's able to join us next week, Bloom Carroll has a great defense. They're very well known for their defensive prowess on that side of the ball. So a lot of people think whoever comes out of Region 16, which is our region, which is now the champions of Clinton-Massie, is going to have a good shot at that state championship trophy. But we'll see here after next week when Clinton-Massie faces either Port Clinton or Bloom Carroll. EJ, thank you so much. What a fantastic game.
Awesome game.
To our producer, Rick Phillips.
Rick's the man.
Always doing a great job and keeping us happy up here in the booth.
Now tune in and watch the video.
Yes, now watch the video. If you're listening to the live stream, it's time to watch the video. We'll get it loaded up here just as quick as possible. It has to be after 10 o'clock, so give us a little time to do that, and then we'll make sure we have that up and ready for you. So we appreciate you tuning in. Have a great rest of the weekend, and stay safe, everyone.